nil apiece. Now, Roy, with the conditions being so wet as we see the kick come down now.
The kick very deep, one imagines. Where's Lockyer? Not at home. Who's it going to go to?
Well, it's going to sing.
Will he link up with Shalshadate Tate?
Just tuning up with
Here's Shalshadate Tate getting involved now, HG. This is going to be a night of Tate, I think.
Everyone's talking Tate tonight.
Everyone's talking Tate. Shalshadate again.
Oh, it's beautiful before. I couldn't get enough of that. Back it goes now, and here comes Benny Crocker with the ball now. He's knocked over right. Didn't make much
bit
of a
bit of a no-nothing run, that, wasn't it?
It is. It didn't go anywhere, and no one was thinking about it. Here comes Webke. Webke lines him up, gets a foot off the ground, looks to unload, but they bottle him up and tighten him up. Roy, with the conditions being so wet, is the field effectively narrower? So we're going to see it up
narrower,
and down.
HG. Oh, yeah,
15, 20 metres narrower?
20 metres narrower than normally it would be. That's absolutely well observed, HG. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was 5 or 6, but you're right. It's nearly 20.
And I gets the ball there.
Again, kicking straight down. To the man, to Minicello.
Minicello comes up.
Good
tackle. Good tackle there from
Tight.
He's very involved tonight. He's stepping up beautifully. It might be, who's this? This is, let's see, Jamie Lyon. What's Jamie Lyon got the Crimea War look for?
It's dirty good. Who's good?
Yeah, and they make a bit of a gain there, but Crocker's in there knocking them over. We haven't got into Maroon territory yet, just on the edge of it. Here's Budaris running with the ball, I think, now, making a bit of a gain of about 5. You can see the halfway line there on screen now ahead of him. Away it comes now to Johns on to Kennedy. Kennedy offloads out wide. Lyon with that particularly fashionable crime around him.
Tight.
It goes. Johns decides to kick. Goes to stripe so early by Roy. It's a night of a kicking duel night, and they're bottled up there. The Maroons where they wrestle. They're going for the head. A lot of head work there. It's a night of brutality, as Spuddy Carroll predicted, Roy.
It is absolutely right. It is so brutal out there, HG. I mean, I don't know if people at home can appreciate just the amount of effort it's going into these tackles. These are merciless, cruel, ferocious tackles.
Civex 21 has got the ball now just on the 20-metre line. It might be Crocker coming in at dummy half onto Webke.
Webke's not doing much, is he? He's not making a break.
He's not making a break. He's not getting room to wind up.
No, and they're set for him. I mean, I'd be inclined to spill it out to Tate as soon as possible, because I think Tate's really going to come alive tonight.
Steve Price now taking 4 to ground, including...
Good player, Price.
Oh, very good player. Very
good value for money, Price.
Value for money.
Value for money.
Pound for pound, the most valuable money. But there's a nice kick there. Is it going to do the right thing?
It has to touch the wobbles. Very nearly well. Where's Tate?
That's De Vere.
Here's Tate. A surrender tackle. Should be a penalty.
De Vere.
He's bleeding from the leg. That wedgie. Bleeding from the arse by the look.
Well, that's nail gun's gone in the wrong spot. It's gone straight in instead of crossways.
Oh, that can happen.
It can in the heat of battle.
If you can have a leg.
Here we go now. It's Ricketson. Ricketson taken, wrestled to the ground. Looks like Shane Webke pulled him over. This
showing of the ball.
Benares goes one way and then goes the other way.
Didn't he remind you of Butt Plug Benny Elias did?
Oh, indeed. He brought back many memories of Butt Plug Benny Elias. Cairns going through, bottled up by the defence there. 6 minutes gone, no score. Senior Center having trouble. They're knocking them around a bit here. Both sides putting in enormous efforts. Good kick from the unmade bed.
Here comes
Cheering up with Singh.
Singh nearly made half a break. Half a break.
He didn't know.
He was disappointed with that kick, I think. He's tight. He's tight. Look at Tate go.
He stepped up. Really stepped up.
Hasn't he? He's revved up. He's a madman tonight, this Tate.
Back to Crocker. Crocker with the sponge on the end of the boot there. It's Rob Lee over. It might be Carlo on in number 14.
I think Carlo's on. It might be Simonson off. I think
Travis Norton on the bench. Back it comes to Lockyer. Lockyer in the light. He goes wide. They've got the ball out wide. He's knocked on now. Blues pick up the ball. Can't hurt you from here.
Got him now. I mean, he might have dropped the ball, but he got the man who caught it.
Indeed, Tate. Now it's on to, I think, this Ryle. Hang on, who's this with the ball here? I've just lost me.
Lost my binoculars. Don't worry, they'll come back.
And on it goes now. They're starting to make a run through here. Gordy lines up Kearns and knocks him over. Beautiful work there.
Hasn't had a good game, Kearns.
The Queensland captain. Back it goes to Budaris. Budaris out wide looking, and they bring it back on the inside.
Fitzgibbon, go over the socket. Go over the socket.
They're getting up high, and Fitzgibbon, and they're going to bring him over, trying to let the dirt do the work on the eye socket. Couldn't quite work it out that way. Budaris at dummy half and away.
Where's Johns? We're going to see a kick early.
Here we go. Johns is going through here. He's got a chance to get a
he's lost the ball. Look, you don't often see that. Captain to captain.
No, that was lovely.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
I think.
Was that beautiful in the spirit of, say, Détente or something?
Détente or peace.
Yeah.
Hegarty hasn't had much of a night so far, but he's gotten a chance to get involved now. He's coming off the wing there because he knows it's a narrow pitch. It's only about 12 metres wide.
Wingers have got to go looking for their work, HG. It's not going to come to them.
The Crocker with the ball. He's grinding on. And that was a bad mistake from New South Wales captain Tony Carroll.
It was a very selfish thing to do, to give the ball to the other side just like that, without telling his mates.
Roy, would you say the violence is at an acceptable level tonight?
Look, I'd like to see it get more violent. I think it's pretty tame at the moment. We want to see a spark. Somebody do something really bloody stupid.
Aiken kicks the ball right down into blue territory.
It was a good kick too.
A very good kick, and here comes one of the runners running it out. I think that might be Tim Tam Tahu.
Yes, very silly running sideways when you've got the Maroons coming at you like that.
Minicello now, dummy half. He's almost caught there with the ball, but he plays it away and running away with the ball now. Looks like is that Gidley with the ball now.
Yes, looks like Gidley.
Gidley picked up a couple of metres
funny
there.
that everyone looks like Gidley sometimes.
It is weird. It is weird like that. You go into what I call a blue phase shift instead of a red phase shift.
Where
Gidley's
like
the only and here's the eye socket.
The other Gidley
one eye. He's got no vision, this bloke. No peripheral vision at all. By the time you get a bit of mud in there, he won't have any vision. Full stop. Baderis on to Kearns. Oh, that was a nice bit of work there. Kearns taken out low. He gets up groggily to feet. Baderis in a dummy half onto the bed. The bed gets it high in the air, but is it going to find it? It splits him. It's a good kick, really.
It's a very good kick. It's going to get him a lot of distance, HG. He might be tempted to kick. Is he going to kick? No, he won't kick, but it wouldn't be good if he did.
Oh, but to see that old-fashioned kicking duel. I see a kicking duel really as the precursor to trench warfare.
So do I, HG. Here's Tate involved.
Tate's very good. On to tuning up. He's got they just buried him deep in Grand Old
Yes, you'd have to say it's an arm wrestle at the moment, HG. I mean, it's an arm wrestle.
And will that be... How often do you think we'll be saying that tonight, Roy?
Probably right through to the 79th minute.
When somebody gets a lucky break and a penalty field goal.
That's right, a field goal. Yeah.
And on it goes now. And the Maroons have the ball, but they're pushing him back. Good D. Back it on to goes to Crocker.
Oh, nobody wants it.
And now they're going to have a kick. Aiken runs it away.
Nobody wants it.
Oh, here's trouble here, but they get it around here.
We're safe. Look at Tate go. Look at that slide. He's got it all, hasn't he?
He's got it all. The slide, the slip, and the swerve. All at once.
Here's the kick.
Lockyer,
how does it compare? Oh, we're going to see a scrum. About time. People are crying out for a scrum.
That's right. The great beauty of the game, is a scrum.
Well, it's a great disappointment there aren't more scrums these days. Actually, I know they've changed the rules to eradicate the scrum, and it's a great shame because, wherever I go, people just love scrums. They love talking about scrums. They want to know what happens inside a scrum. They want to know what happens inside that bloke's head, especially the one on the left.
Can I ask, where do they get their suits, Roy? Are they Lowe's, that lot?
I don't know. You'd hardly call them bespoke.
No.
Would you?
No. They're off the rack, aren't
they? Yes, they are. Off the peg.
There's nothing tailored about them.
No.
And I got to say, why does it always end up that Phil Gould sort of wears the smallest suit? As Timmins tries to crash forward.
Yes.
Berrigan soft. Oh, right.
Harrigan, he's not policing the 10 as well as he could, actually. But that's, it's his call.
That's true.
He's baking the cake here.
He is. He's baking the cake. Look at this. Tim Tam Tahu going every which way. He gets a great gain there, and they have to ride. They can't put him away, Roy. They can't put him away.
No, that can be inspirational to the rest of your team, HG, when somebody does that.
Here comes the bet on to Kennedy. Kennedy looking to go out wide.
He's looking for work, Kennedy, isn't he?
He's looking for work. He gets it out low there, and he's got it on to Jason.
Oh, don't argue.
Look at Riles go. Look at the Riles go. Man, possessed.
He can make the difference, Riles, can't he?
He can. He's a real big difference, and he can really hurt you from about here.
Oh, yeah.
On to Baderis. Baderis on to one of the forwards there. Away comes down on the prop back. It goes to
that could have been a forward pass.
And he's knocked over. Who have they knocked over? Have they knocked over?
No, let him get away with that. Yes, let him get away with that. Look forward to me.
He's got to bake a cake with the ingredients, you see. If people are throwing it forward, he can't pull it up all the time. Otherwise, it looks a joke, a farce.
Now, the kick's going to come now, I'd say. She's going to be a big up and under, a towering up and under, or just a place toey?
No, he kicked it back the other way. Oh, he's got it there. He's got the field goal. Wow.
It's a try. Oh, isn't luck a fortune? Lady Luck has spoken. Lady Luck has spoken.
And the Crimea War side have decided to have a go early. They kicked it. That would be a rehearsed move of Gould's.
It would have been. I think he would have been training with it, practicing to try and hit the goalpost, HG, just to see what would happen.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Here comes the kick. It's a counterintuitive kick. Everyone's expected to come towards us, to the card table. Went the other direction. Went up quite high, higher than people thought it. The trajectory was confusing at first, and then hit the goalpost where Kennedy was Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
And was there interference with the referee there? And was the ball charged and knocked backwards by, was it Fitzgibbon involved there?
Well, he certainly knocks it back.
No, De Vere knocked it back.
And then he knocks Bill Harrigan out of the way.
Harrigan's knocked out of the way. Then it's touched. That's a try.
Well, I think...
I don't know. Gee, when you look at it, I hate slow motion because it just confuses everyone. Arguably, it could have been touched dead by the Maroon player there, HG, who came through. Let's see now.
He knocks it back.
De Vere knocks it back.
And then this player here.
And
Bill's unsided. That's why I had to go to the video.
That's right. Now, did Kennedy get downward pressure on the ball, and I don't think he did, HG. I don't think it's a try.
Well, it's a controversial call.
I think the Queensland player here shoulders the ball. Oh, no,
you'd have to say that's grounded.
It's a try. It's a try.
And so
I've changed my mind. It's a try. God, it's slow motion.
It's a tricky thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to see it speed it up.
Well, quite. The bench is just sitting there pensive, and those suits. Where do they get?
The bloke on the right looks mad, doesn't he?
He does. He didn't know himself most of his life. In fact, he only met himself 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and loved what he saw.
That's right. So, decision pending.
Well, I think it's a try.
Let's have a look here. We'll see who is on the video tonight. Gocha?
Yeah, Gocha.
Try! So the New South Wales Blue go 4-0 ahead with a kick to come. Not a problem in the 12th minute here, Roy.
Yep.
So it was what would you call that, a freak try?
A freak try. You'd have to say it's a freak try, HG. From the foot of a freak, you'd have to say as well. So it had a lot of freakishness about it. And it was freakish that De Vere was able to knock it back. It was freakish that Bill Harrigan was knocked out of the way.
So he couldn't
and
see.
then freakish that Kennedy just happened to be there. You know, it had 3 or 4 or 5 freakish elements. When in combination, make it totally freaky, doesn't it?
Indeed. In fact, that's the freakiest thing
It's the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that's a big call, Roy.
I know.
That's incredibly big call.
I know it is.
The freakiest thing you've
It's
ever
the
seen.
freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Here's the kick. There it is. So the score at the moment after 12 minutes is 6-0. New South Wales in the lead. Origin 2.
You're punching above your weight with State of Origin Rugby League on Triple J.
Roy, with a freaky incident like that, is it likely that the Maroons will have a little bit of freakish luck as well?
Well, you'd like to think that luck evens itself up over the time, but you know, luck's funny. Actually, you can even itself up over a minute, over an hour, or sometimes over a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty hard to actually predict luck. You know, many have tried.
Oh,
You know, some have ended up in jail trying to predict luck. You know, it's a funny thing.
it is. We're underway again. The Blues have the ball 6-0.
But if you can control luck, you can control the game.
Oh, you can. You're master of the universe,
Yeah.
or mistress of the universe,
Yeah.
depending on which side you're dressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as they plough on now, the New South Wales
Yeah.
Blue, they've made an easy gain here. I think they're only on the third tackle here.
But you have to say the Blues have played more football in the red zone of the Maroons than vice versa.
absolutely.
You know, it's unusual to see the ball in the Blues half.
In fact, what the weird thing is that the Maroons don't appear to have much go forward at all.
No.
This kicking game has been very good. It's been troubling them.
Well, the
back.
Blues are winning the kicking game because Lockyer doesn't appear to have a really good kick. The only 2 kicks he's tried over distance have gone straight to Minicello. Stupid thing to do.
Yes, here we're tuning up now with Song on screen, knocked over by the Blues at the 40-metre line. And is this?
Here's Tate though, HG. While you've got Tate, you've got hope.
While you've got Tate, you've got swerve, you've got slippage.
Yep.
You've got, I don't know, surrender tackle, surrender swerve and slippage. That's the Tate story.
Yep.
I read about it in Everyone's Talking Tate.
Everyone's talking Tate.
The biography. Here's the big boys getting involved. Webke trying to lift his team with a beautiful run there. Now we're into blue territory. Hegarty coming in off the wing looking for work.
Here's Big Gordy.
Big Gordy. A bit of luck from Big Gordy. Oh, he's beautifully picked up the defence. Was incredible.
And again we saw captain on captain.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Who was that? Oh, dear, no.
Yeah, well, you know, you just can't step up. No, Crocker. Yeah, Betty Crocker. Can't step up. You know, no good. This is the Justin Hodges story all over again.
He took his eyes off the ball just at the wrong time, didn't he? I mean, he assumed the ball was going to be there, and it wasn't.
No, that's true. So the Blues get another chance to hurt him, and they can hurt you from here.
They can hurt him here for sure. How must he feel? He must feel like a real goose.
He must, as the Maroon defence gets involved there, and away it comes now onto Riles.
Big hit on Riles.
Sibiasuna low, and somebody claiming him over the top.
High, taken low, and he's groggy.
Banderas there went one way and the other way. Now he's got the Minicello up in the line. Here comes Crocker.
Good eye gouge, I hope.
He can go silly, Crocker. I've seen him ruin a cake in an oven. He's just amazing. So quick, so quick.
He would feel responsible for the Blues having the ball and start trying to make amends. So a bit of a gouge can help. Face massage, you know.
Anything will help. At this point,
to assuage his guilt.
Indeed. Oh, that Timmins trying to get through there. He's putting low. What is he, about 12 metres off the line there? 15 metres gone. 6-0 if you've just joined us from putting the cat out. The
how's the kick going to be? What's this freakish kick?
Oh, look at Song. He's taken he's running over. And Kennedy out wide, scouting for more tries.
Sniffing about out wide.
Oh, he's smelling a try.
Isn't that the Kennedy story? Sniffing about out wide.
Look, 2 things I'd say about Kennedy. He's either sniffing about out wide or he's looking for a bit of lewd and lurid.
Yes, that's right.
And you can find that in rugby league.
We might see Croker going to the bench, I think. I'd be replacing him, actually. I don't want to get inside the head of Wayne Bennett, but that's what I'm doing. I'd just be getting Croker off.
He can't step up at this level. They've just found wanting here. Somebody sliding through to the defence. Who's that? Price? Oh, no, that's...
there might be Dane Carlaw, yes.
Carlaw on to Hegarty getting involved.
Hegarty,
not
yes.
his night, really. So
you know you're in trouble. You've got to rely on Hegarty to make your ground.
Indeed, here's Berrigan. He's got to lift.
He's got to step up.
Oh, he's got to step up, Roy. You couldn't have said it better than myself. You took the words right out of my mouth. He's got to just step up. Betty Crocker there, looking for somebody to run onto. It might be Eichen with the ball now. Eichen's offloaded by Blue defence.
Well, the Maroons need something to lift their confidence.
Oh, look who's coming on!
They need Andrew G to come on, with the tales of the grandfather, etc., etc. And a couple of quick tries.
Oh, this is a better kick here, and they might grab him in the wrong spot.
They need this.
Oh, they got this. They got it. Yeah, they've got it. Oh, that's great play.
He's
right. Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. Good defence there.
Oh, no, he's still going.
Oh, that was a comedy.
Wasn't that fantastic?
Oh, that was.
And I like Minicello then dumbing to no one. I always love seeing that.
That's a great tackle. There's that Carroll, is it? Going hard there, and they bottle him up, and they throw him along the ground.
Look at this. Now, let's see that.
There he goes.
Oh, no, there was someone there.
Oh, I didn't see that person.
Nor did I.
Wow.
Hit from nowhere, and Tahu, obviously.
Tim Tahu. Here he comes, the Man of the Match award coming on now. Luke Bailey, or was it Phil Bailey who got the Man of the Match? No, Luke Bailey off the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're Hegarty. They think they've got a chance now. What, goal line drop out here?
Goal line drop out HC, and we should now. If the Maroons are going to score, it's going to be now.
It's not a bad kick.
And that's going to turn their confidence right around. They get a couple of quick tries.
Couple of quick tries, right? We'll hope they get a bit of luck.
Now let's hope Tate can inject himself.
Well, I'd love to see Tate and Old Man Rivers coming on too.
G.
Here he comes.
Oh, good yard.
Oh, he's got it away.
Yes, good
Berrigan
yard.
trying to find something on the outside, unable there. 7-on-7.
Beautiful offload there from the Old Man.
Dummy half. Oh, he goes now. He's looking up and he's
he's lost the ball, has he? Knock on. Set down the scrum. I mean, who was that idiot?
Well, I think it might have been Eichen, was it? Oh, well, nothing's going right for him. It's ball security.
That was a perfect opportunity. Oh, well, he had the ball knocked out of his hands. One-on-one strip.
And
why wasn't it then okay for Lockyer to claim the ball?
Well, what have we got here? We've got a
What's
scrum.
Bill doing? Yeah, Bill will be a scrum.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Feed.
Because Bill's a mad scrum freak. He loves to see big blokes.
So do we all.
Yeah, true.
So do we all.
Yeah, big blokes in shorts, just bending over.
But that was the opportunity, and they didn't take it.
No, that's true. That was their bit of luck, and now it's gone away. And now they've got to find a way of doing it all again. Here's Minicello in the line. He gets the way to might be Lyon with the ball. Lyon from the Parramatta Eels there, and Weewa connection.
And it shows you how important the kick is.
Now what's happening is a penalty. He's getting
Tate, smart.
Very well. You know, the swerve, the slip, and now he's got the lip as well. Tate. Bill calls held. Throws him on the ground again. Oh,
Tate didn't hear it. Shows you, Tate. Thank you very much. Off your shoot.
He's completely deaf, you know, Tate.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought there was something wrong. I had a 20-minute conversation with him. I didn't get a word out of him.
Didn't get a word out of him. You were asking questions for 20 minutes and didn't know. Here's, let's see, this is Bailey with the ball now. Bailey on the 40-metre line. I can see the Blues scoring again here. Not too far away anyway. Look who's there. Is that one of them? Oh, it is too. It's just so great seeing him back. He never knew who he was for 12 years after he played his first Origin match. Now he's back playing Origin again. As we see one of the players trying to get around on the outside of one. It might be Ricketson there with the ball now.
That's right.
Ricketson, those red shorts, those maroon shorts. Did you get a sight of them?
I did. I see. They scared me.
Almighty, they really did me, and they're going to unsettle people out there as we see.
Yeah, this is looking very threatening, actually. That was Kearns out there setting it up. Now, what's John's going to do now?
He's going to get the ball first, and back it comes. Oh,
no need. There it is.
There it is in for the second try of the night. And there's those suits again.
Yes.
And I don't know what to make of that.
No, that was
just strolled through.
Yeah, it was strolling the park, wasn't it? I mean, well, I suppose the disappointment from the Maroons, they had their opportunity. They were sniffing up the other end. They had blokes sniffing out wide. Everything going for them. Try begging there, and then they lost it. And then all of a sudden, Jamie Lyon, penalty puller, pulls the penalty. They get distance, and then just a stroll over for Gidley. The defence pull, just laid off him. Really, they assumed Johns was going to get the ball. I think that's what confused them, HG. Unlike Webke, there was already stood up.
And Crocker,
get him off.
I know. He's the problem there. But now they've got another kick to come, which Johns will convert. And so the score at the moment is 10-0.
Yeah.
This could be a blow.
Oh, it's going to be a blow. I'm predicting, I mentioned in earlier media comments, actually, I thought it might be 80-0. Wouldn't surprise me.
Can you see the ton being scored here tonight? Could you see a ton 100? I don't think that's ever been done in rugby league before. 10-0 with the kick to come. And let's say so. I'm going to mark that down as 12.
Mark it down as 12-0.
So New South Wales 12, Queensland 0. Early on, Oregon 2. Problems for the Maroons. Oh, we're back already.
You're remembering Jeff the Plumber Gerard. Dogbowl Dowling, and the Duke of Darkness, Slippery Steve Mortimer on Triple J.
Well, the Maroons now have to resort to good old-fashioned rugby legal violence, don't
Yes,
they?
violence, absolutely, HG.
They've got to test Harrigan, don't they?
They've got to test Harrigan.
The
They've got to
wrestling
test the
skills
Blues.
have
They've got to put a bit of steam in these tackles.
Sting, yeah, and steel. Not
Yeah.
so much swerve and slippage, but steel, old-fashioned steel.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to say the Blues have played the conditions better, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely, HG. The kicking game. Kicking game.
Has ruined it. Here's Fitzgibbon. He can hardly see, of course. He's hoping to go in and get a staple in the eye in a minute.
Yeah.
As he gets up and plays the ball, shoots a few.
Yeah. Well, Croker
but Lyon almost lost it, but he got it again, and they've knocked him over there. They're not giving up, these Maroons.
No, they're not. But Croker's
look,
cost him 2 tries, hasn't he?
He has. Croker's
Yeah.
been found wanting. You
Yeah.
know, here's the old man River coming forward. Gee, he looks old, doesn't he? He's so old. And look, they're pushing him back, and Tate's involved. God, whenever Tate's involved, I like it.
I like it too.
I'm sure he can give away a penalty just like that.
He's
but on the other
injecting
hand,
himself, isn't he?
He's indeed. He's really injecting himself. And De Beer with the ball now.
Yeah.
And look, it's just Sattler coming
I'd
on.
like to think it was Sats.
And God, he could do.
Here's the
something
kick
really
again.
silly.
Now let's see. That's a towering punt, HG.
It's
towering
fantastic,
punt.
but on tune, got it. And so we've got a lot of, Bowen still to come on. I'd like to see Bowen out there. And of course, Sattler and G, who's no stranger to Origin violence. Back it goes to Croker. To Lockyer. Lockyer on to Tony Carroll. Tony Carroll.
Good to see Carroll with the ball. He reminds me so much of Johnny Elias.
He does. He's modelled his game on Johnny Elias, one of the few players in the world ever to have done that.
No, that's true.
And it's a great homage to the former Souths.
And Webke's looking so tired, HG. I think he's gone.
Webke's in real trouble. He's got no spark.
No.
Lockyer got inside one and looked for somebody to play. He's played the ball now.
They'd overrun him.
And I was going so
Aiken
quick. Aiken with a kick off the side there. That might be all right though. He's found the
Was that a 40-20,
I don't
HG?
think
Was that a
so. I'll be
40-20?
amazed if it was.
I think it was a 40-20, HG. I think it just crept over.
And the croc is off.
The croc's off just as well. No, he's hopeless.
And here we go here.
Now,
this is not a bad
an
kick.
off-break, I think, HG. A beautiful off-break.
Well, they just need a bit more kicking game, and it's not a 40-20 by the looks.
I'm not sure, HG. I think it might be. No.
It didn't lob in the, as I read it, it didn't lob on the far side or the appropriate side of the 40-20. The 40-20 just missed. Okay.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but Aiken's very pleased with that, and that'll give the...
Gee, when luck's against you, it's against you, isn't it?
It is. They
Luck's
shouldn't
funny
have
that way, isn't it?
It is. They shouldn't have come tonight. But still, there's another... well, let's face it, there's another
hour left.
Yeah, an hour left. That's right.
Luck can turn around,
All right, so quickly. And here's Lyon with the ball now.
Yeah.
Lyon, he's so good.
He's so good. Now, what they'll be hoping for is a Blues mistake here,
They've got to put some pressure on.
Of course they've got to put pressure on.
Yeah, sorry, Roy, I know to state the bleed. He's there. Gee is there. Gee is there. He's on the ground. He's in the zone. World War II, come on down. Sorry, World War I. Come on down. And here's Wing about to launch himself, inject himself into the
now,
fray.
G's got to get involved because G can pull penalties.
He can, and he can get a knee to the head where the ref can't see it.
Yep.
Oh, I comes now.
G can upset you.
I tell you what, they're holding Johns tonight, though, don't you think, Roy?
Oh, yeah, they're holding him all right.
Apart from the kicking game, which is first class, and he's making that field as wide as he can. But he's lying up. Oh, look at that, 3 blokes on the Maroon.
3 blokes all over him.
Yeah, back it goes
That's the
now.
story, isn't it?
When it goes to tuning up with Song, he's not doing anything tonight.
Oh, no, they're all right. Marching back.
Yeah, good defence there from the Blues. Away comes now, here he is.
He's tight. Here he is.
Man of the hour, the luckiest man in league. He made a gain of about 5 metres there. Pure Tate, that. Look at G at dummy half. I love it. The big bloke
So do
bending
I.
over, waiting for the ball there. Oh, Kennedy
Doesn't
went
that ball
high.
hit you with force when G throws it to you?
It does.
You really know you've caught a ball.
Look, I was against a brick wall.
He's buggered. Yeah, he's buggered because of the force of the ball hitting him. Yeah, who's the next bloke to get it?
Webke. Oh, they're going backwards.
They're going wide.
Carroll, he looks to unload. He can't find it. Oh,
well done, Carroll.
Well, this guy's in real trouble. This is Price.
Price, yes.
He doesn't know where he is.
No, he doesn't know who he is.
Coosbane, this bloke. On the far side of Coosbane. Not on the outside of Coosbane. On the far side of Coosbane.
Take him off. No,
something happens here. Oh,
that would have helped. But I think it was the receiving of the ball a little bit earlier on from G.
Would you say that was unnecessarily head high?
Well, you would, but that's what the Maroons have got to do.
Yeah, true. This is rugby league.
That's how you win rugby league
That's
games.
the consistency we're looking for in Harrigan.
Yes.
Hits to the head. Now, don't tell me that word won't filter through once it comes to probably about 3 hours' time. Oh, he's got the touchy in here, has he? Don't tell me.
Has the touchy said anything? I don't think so.
He's
Has the touchy said anything? I mean, Gordon's involved.
Gordon's involved. This is good. And G's there as well.
Yes.
And is that Berrigan?
I think Kennedy's been called. He's been sent off. Is that right?
No, he's on report.
He's on report.
They won't send him off.
Well, that's
Why? They won't send him off. They love this sort of thing, rugby league. That violence. Wouldn't them love to have? That happened to her kid on the weekend. Of course they would, Roy. That is Australia. We love to punch everyone we meet.
Above our weight.
Above our weight. If that message hasn't gone through, I'm Gordon G's granddad. Do you know what I mean? You know, 63 just with one piece of rope. A 6 foot bit of rope. He got them all with one 6 foot bit of rope.
I know, but I tell you what, Chief, wasn't it good to see that?
It was. Oh, yeah. I
Don't
think
people love seeing that?
Well,
I mean, you can say, shocking thing to do, bloody, blah, and all that. You know, I mean, it's 10 minutes.
Here we go. This little try line comes down out wide. Minicello's involved. Can Lockyer hold him up?
No.
That's a try.
That's a try.
So Minicello out wide. After a beautiful, he's given that straight away. So that's 16-0. Oh, this is going to blow in the 26th minute, Roy.
Yep. No, well, it came out of nothing, didn't it? It was just good, hard rugby league. I mean, sure, he has a knock on here.
Yeah.
Carroll just being a little bit stupid. You've got to kick in the head, too, for his troubles. But you want the game on Johnny Elias. On Johnny Elias, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to make the same sort of mistakes.
And then it comes out wide after the restart.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm wondering, HG, if Kennedy was put on report, why wasn't there a penalty given to the Maroons?
Why? Is that a question that's being asked around?
No, that's what I'm just posing.
Well, that's perfect at Harrigan, isn't it? You play on after a penalty like that. This is good rugby league.
Yes.
Lockie's not having a good game, is he?
No, he's not. Because he's not well.
No, he's not well. He's got trouble with it.
Not well.
I can.
He
should have held that tackle. Well, the Old Man River there, he's got a few tricks and unloads that ball.
Yeah, there he was.
On the Lion then running away from his defensive cover.
Yes, here comes Minicello looming.
Tate should have taken Minicello.
There's two men here. Lockyer and Tate.
Tate goes on the wrong side.
Tate went the wrong way.
I know. Tate ran away from him. That's the problem. Right there, you've summed it up so beautifully. Here's these ill-fitting suits. I must say, though, they're not bespoke, but they look a lot better undone than they do done up.
They do, don't they? Well, a done-up suit, yes, they really should be told if you're going to do them up. Most of them, they haven't done them up. Now, we've got the kick. I think he'd be able to kick it from here, HG, wouldn't he, with all those masks around?
Well, I think so. I think the masks help you. You're not focusing on the crowd so much and how ugly they are.
Right.
Here's the kick now.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's going to come around.
No, just took it away. So the score after 26 minutes, New South Wales 16, Queensland in trouble with a fat don't argue on Triple J's this sporting life.
How about these memories? Tunks, the Turks, Tuvey and the bloke who never made it. Fully ticketed Tugger Coleman on Triple J.
Yes, great rugby league there. Great pass from Lyon to unleash Minicello.
Yeah. No one could stop Minicello from that far out.
You just couldn't.
You just couldn't do it.
You just couldn't.
No.
And so there's the restart there, and now it's underway for the Blues. They've got about 70 metres here. They've got the whole 100 metres.
Oh, that was a good deep kick. A lot of hang time, HG, with that kick.
So the defenders could get up there.
Yeah.
And I think, let's see who we got on here. Travis Norton's on, and G's on, obviously. I haven't seen Scotty Sattler or Bowen.
I'd like to see Scotty Sattler out there, because old man Sats, bloody hell, he could play rugby league.
He could, and didn't he play a whole grand final with a busted jaw?
Yeah, he did.
He caught himself, he tripped over on the way to the ground.
That's right.
Didn't let on to the dock. He was saying a few odd things, but as we see Wing taken there beautifully by Berrigan. Oh, they're going to have to find something now, the Maroons. But they're Maroons, you forget that. They can hurt you, Roy, still, even though the score is 16-0.
They've got great heart and great spirit, haven't they? Even if they can't play rugby league terribly well at the moment.
There's the unmade bed getting the kick underway there, and he gets it right down the throat of Lockyer. Didn't have to move much for that one. Now the big surge back from the Maroons. He's not playing with confidence.
No, he's not.
He doesn't know which way to go. And I think the Blues are hanging off him a bit too. I mean, Hegarty.
Well, there's a sympathy factor, HG. You can only kick a dog so often, and after a little while, you start to feel sympathetic for them.
Here's Tate now being driven back.
Oh, well, Tate going backwards. Well, that's unheard of.
Out wide, looking for. Oh, they're all standing now. Berrigan.
Got to get involved. He's got to lift his game.
Now
he's a penalty given. Now,
is that the first penalty he's given? He's given
the Maroons. I think so. HG. Yes. Shocking kick.
That sort of turned left off his boot and then kept on going. Roy.
Yeah.
Sattler's on. Now we're
talking.
Julian Sattler and Simeus Carroll. Oh, that was magic work there. And Simeus Soon is about to come on. Who they're going to take off? Berrigan, I hope. because they just need that grunt and poke up front. Here's Webke jumping, dancing, unloading, getting it on to Berrigan going one way and the other. Oh,
Yep, well, Berrigan, I think, has lifted his game. He's stepping up.
He's stepping up. He's found his measure in this state of origin.
Now we
level.
might see a maroon try looming here, HG, if they can get the kick in the right spot and the bloke under it in the right spot,
Well,
and the Blues
unfortunately,
hang off and all of that.
And Lark, Sattler at dummy half is exciting them, and we've got 4 tackles. They're about 5 metres off the line.
Yep.
Can they get one here?
Okay,
Roy?
what's Lockyer going to do? Is it going to come to Lockyer? No, it's going to Berrigan. Here it comes now. Who's it with? Aiken?
Aiken
Here
out
it
to
comes
Lockyer now.
Oh,
They bottled him up. They bottled him up. He's unloaded in the tackle. Oh, he kept it alive. Away
Kick
comes down.
hands.
Song Chu. No, he's got a hole. Roy, he's got a hole. No, he's bottled up. That's 5 out. If we quick play the ball here, we've got a bit of luck.
Okay, out wide. Yes,
over the top. Yes, over the top.
Wide.
Oh, no, he's going to
too
come back
slow.
inside. Hegarty still keeping it alive. Here he goes. He's going to try and go through. No, it's a handover, I think.
I think it'll be a handover, but wasn't that exciting, rugby league?
Yes, it was, and they were reluctant to give it over as the bloke with the staples about to, DeVere about to get it
Yes,
underway.
they got it out there too slowly, HG. Who was the clog in the pipe there?
Well, I think that was a planned move, and I bet you that was Tony Carroll, who modded himself on a movie he saw Johnny Elias do in 1981.
That's right.
The Blues have the ball in their own area, though, and they've lifted the Maroons, though, haven't
They
they?
have,
Roy?
HG.
They don't, they've thrown it willy-nilly, won't
The
they?
Blues gone a little bit silly now. Is that Bailey?
Yeah, Bailey.
Man of
I
the
think.
match, Bailey.
Emma, best on ground, Bailey. Bog Bailey.
Bog Bailey, that's it.
Wing on is that Johns with the ball now? It's so hard to tell with all this cordite in the air and
Yeah.
those stories of Andrew G, another Maroon player.
Here's
Here
old
goes.
Fletch.
Old Fletch, he gets the ball away. Might have been a forward pass. Back it goes. That's okay. Minicello knocked over.
Minicello knocked right over. Good tackle.
Defence. I think might be our man Crocker, is it, out
Yeah.
there? Croker, Bray goes now. Timmins allowed to run. Oh, he's dangerous when he's allowed to run. But they bottle him up nicely there, and Carl or Tate does the honours as the ball now is played to Wing at dummy half. Wing decides to give it a kick to give
Yeah,
the
well,
That's a
Wing
good
can kick. That's not a bad kick. He's going for a 40-20, but lock.
That was beautiful. What I haven't seen that. What a freaky game this is. What a freaky game. It's not back though.
Yeah, it's most unlike Lockyer, though,
Have a look
to
at this,
fiddle with a ball like that, to juggle it, to
That's
treat
great.
it like a yo-yo. I mean, that's most unlike him, just to try and fit it up his own date.
Wow, and run forward. That's the upper jump, up the date. We
Yeah.
haven't seen that since.
Well, he's turning to
1928.
Mr. Showbiz.
He is. It's the twilight of his career. Doesn't know who he is
Suppose
anymore.
you'll be doing the clubs next.
With a couple of rugby league
One rugby league ball.
and a beautiful assistant.
Yeah.
Somebody who throws the ball out from the wings and then he just catches it between the cheeks, throws it back.
That's
And
right.
they get a bit of a juggle going. And away comes now to Aiken. Aiken with the ball now. Away comes
Tate.
Tate.
Wasn't it smart of Tate to stay on the field, to
Look,
stay inside?
A lot of people think it's spelled T-A-I-T. It's not. It's
No,
spelled
T-A-T-E. That's right. Oh, that's a beautiful kick.
Oh, wow. Now.
Yeah, when things aren't going for you, they're not going for you. And poor old Aiken, someone must have told him years ago that rugby league was a good idea. He'd be thinking, well,
Maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not.
I might reassess that at half time
Yeah.
and let Sattler play my bit. So the Blues have the ball and they're going forward. Gordy hasn't had a big night either. 32 minutes played.
No, well,
16
Gordy
minutes.
hasn't had a big night now for about 3 years, has he?
No, ever since he's had to shut up, and
Yeah.
when he's not shouting, it's not a good game.
Yeah, there might have been a
Minicello.
forward pass too to Minicello
Oh,
there, who's
yeah.
bobbing up all over the place. He's full of confidence, isn't he, Minicello?
He is, and here we have. Let's see, this is Craig Wing with the ball at dummy half onto the sightless Gibbon.
Yeah.
He plays by feel. He's a
I
bit
know,
like,
he's very tactile
Pinball
sort of
Wizard.
player, yeah.
He's a sense of smell.
Yeah.
You can smell up the other end there.
Yeah, you can smell the right end.
But the mate been knocked over as the Blues keep on going the merry way. 33 minutes gone, and we've got 16-0.
Yeah.
And now,
There'll be another try here, I think, HG.
Wings
Now we should see
getting
Johns get involved here.
As we've got one
Okay.
tackle left in this set of 6. They've been
Okay,
very
up and
disciplined.
under. Here we go.
Very disciplined.
Oh, there it is.
Taking out
Oh,
the top.
beautiful kick.
He's got to turn around.
Oh.
He's taken it. Isn't that pathetic football from DeVere, the bloke who's got a staple in his arse and a
Yeah.
staple in his head?
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Mind you, we did pass it into a maroon on the way out. The ball did, strictly speaking, touch a maroon on its way out.
Let's have a look at this in replay.
Yes,
He
had the
passes it.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But I don't
Now-
know what. Oh, what's he done there?
Now, what's the touch he said?
He blew.
Well,
Blew. Is it?
yeah.
Yeah. No. They gave it to the Maroons. I don't know.
Maroons.
You couldn't read that touchy signals there.
No.
And who's this Fletcher?
Fletcher's going off. Oh, he's an old bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to have a rest. I'm not sure. He's got to get a needle,
Yeah.
Half these players are playing on the piss tonight.
Is that right?
Hey, they're really juiced up.
right, isn't that good?
Old-fashioned juice.
Yeah.
Gould's very big believer in giving players a needle. It hurts them and makes them think of rugby.
Oh, okay. Here's Carroll, isn't it?
Carroll,
Good when
they've got a
Carroll's
chance
in
now.
action.
They've got a chance now without Fletcher out there to have a go.
Yeah.
I think they realise that he might be.
Oh, G. Look at G. Oh, good work, G.
Oh, it's
Good
coming
work.
in.
Oh,
Tate
Tate.
involved. Good to see Tate. Tate stepped up.
Cleaning up.
Would he be best on ground so far?
Tate for sure.
I mean, he's in the losing side, but he could easily become best on ground.
Yes.
There's no structure here. That's Sattler, though. No, Carlo. I don't know why Sattler and Carlo look alike. Lord knows why. On to Minicello
involved. Bonnet all over the place. Tate there. Tate involved. Tate snuffing it out.
They've got to have a bit more violence, I think, the Maroons, to get it going.
Yeah.
Kennedy's asking for it. He's been asking for it all night.
Well, they might try to get Kennedy back. They're all there.
Wing
still got the ball
Wing
away.
still with the ball. He got the ball. They couldn't put him away, Roy. Could not put him away. That's the first lesson of rugby league. G involved. I love seeing G involved.
Good to see Timmins with the ball too. We haven't seen much. He's been very quiet, Timmins, hasn't he?
Quiet night, but they bottled him up. Same with Andrew Johnson tonight. They saw them as danger players.
Yeah.
They've got to keep Wing quiet as well. And
Here's Johns.
Right,
Checking on the kick here.
Oh, there's trouble here. They know the fullback can't run, so they took his head off.
Pushed him back.
Trying to slide him back into touch. He stays in the field of play. Miracles happen. Back it on to Hegarty. Hegarty now Hegarty hasn't done much, has he?
No, but he's injected himself a couple of times at interesting occasions, when no one else has been there to get the ball.
Big Gordy must be. Oh, look at that. Johnny Elias looking like, with that beard, I'm not sure that beard's about to go off, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Big Gordy's off, I take it. Carlaw running now with the ball.
Yeah. Carlaw injecting himself. Well, that wasn't a bad run.
4 tackles. The defence has been good here from the Blues.
Yeah, Gordy's still there.
In the 35th minute, he's waiting for a chance to get involved. 5th tackle, they'll have to go to a kick.
Will they go wide here or they kick? No, they're going to kick safety first.
Well, that's not a bad kick from a bloke with no ankles.
No, not bad.
Turned left and went out. That must be close to. Could that be 40?
It might have been just inside. Don't think so.
He's certainly inside his 20. And
Fletcher's got trouble with his leg. Either that or this person who has been torturing him since he got in there, which can happen.
Well, it can. These people are very, very brutal.
They're very professional, actually. They'll torture him until he's prepared to go back and play rugby league again.
That's great, isn't it, Roy? To think that sort of idea comes with the territory, and they all know this is going to happen. Because he's not playing well enough.
No.
He's old and slow.
Yeah.
He's not well enough. Now, Blues feed here at the scrum as Johns walks around with the ball. The unmade bed about to feed.
Oh, that's a very better view of a scrum. I like seeing a scrum up close like that. Isn't that good? I like seeing a head pop.
He hasn't got the heads in.
Put your head in.
And Harrigan.
Who is it? Bailey.
Harrigan's having a shocker, an absolute shocker tonight. He can't get anything right. The players won't do what he's told. He's got to get them aside, at the break and say, you blokes, you need
you're here to entertain.
Have a bloody good heart. Look at yourselves. When I said it calms down, put your melons in there and don't come up back chatting. That's the big problem. Back chatting, not melons and scrums. I hate it. Back it goes now. Oh, they bottle it up there. Oh, who's that? I don't know. Sattler.
Working his ear.
Don't they love attacking down Tate's side?
The
Blues away goes to the sightless Fitzgibbon, smelling, playing by sense of smell alone, and a couple of needles at the back door just to keep him going.
Kennedy, the enforcer.
Here he comes looking.
They'd be keen to get Kennedy back. He keeps getting rid of the ball though.
He does. He should aim
quick hands. Got numbers here.
Oh yes, but they bottle it up there. Who's that? Hegarty doing a bit of defence, but early there for the Maroons. Play the ball there. Wade keeping on going.
Johns right out on the wing.
Johns gets the ball on the toe. Here come the runners through, but Lockie is there to defuse it. Shepard in the run up, I would have thought.
Just stand there, H. I don't think he was Shepard. There was a bloke just standing there.
No, he's
given someone 10 minutes.
What's he doing?
He's given someone 10 minutes. He was inside the 10. He was in front of the kicker.
Oh, okay.
In front of the kicker. Let's have a look here. Was he in front of the kicker? Oh, gee, must have been far in front of the kicker.
Well, hang on, that's Bill Harrigan. Hang on, here's the bit I like. There, why isn't that a Shepard there? On the Maroon. The Maroon, it might have been Tate involved.
Yeah.
But,
no, that's a curious ruling there. But anyway.
Well, Bill's had a shocker.
Bill's had a shocker,
He's had 2 shockers. I mean, there's a bloke thinking about...
There's a face of defeat, there's a face of the future, face of the past.
All together in one. And that looks a lot like,
beautiful pass.
God, this is
beautiful attacking rugby league from the Reds here.
Yeah, and
you have to say they're talented, they're skilled, and they're well coached, and well drilled.
Who, the Maroons?
Tate.
Tate's the bright spark. Gives you an idea how bad they're going. He's the carburettor and the 6 plugs. Roy, I mean, Berrigan's got to step up. He's got to find a way through this.
Berrigan should be a distributor. He's not a forward. It's not up to him to run the ball up.
No, indeed.
It's up to people like this bloke.
Yeah, who's this? Thornton. Well, he's close to the edge. Well, beautifully kept in there, if that's the sideline there. That was incredible. That's skill. Now they're turning around, Roy.
And run onto the ball. They're standing flat-footed.
Oh, who's that to?
That's more like it. Out to Johnny Elias. More like it.
On to Hegarty. Hegarty
kicking early.
Hegarty kicking early. The tackle out. That's not a bad kick, though.
It's a beautiful kick. He's going to run dead.
Not by much.
No, only by a metre.
Well, a metre's enough, though. Gordy.
Game of inches in the end, isn't it?
What's Wayne going to say to him at half-time? I think we played 39 minutes.
Well, he's the quiet man of the league. He probably won't even turn up.
You'll go and have a cup of tea with Andrew Johnson's parents.
Yeah, probably. That's a tradition, I think.
At half-time, the captain of the opposing side has a cup of tea. The blue side has a cup of tea with the Maroon coach.
That's right.
There it is. Restart there. Weird-looking kick. might go out.
Oh, did it go out in the full?
What's he
very
signaling?
close. What's it's a game of millimetres, isn't it?
It is an absolute game of millimetres. He's not
Yeah.
playing so well tonight, is he, Johns?
Well, he hasn't had to.
No, true.
In all fairness.
True. No, I accept that.
He hasn't had
I
to.
accept that.
And that's a perler, really, isn't it?
Well, you couldn't get much
But
better
that
than that.
landed on the line. On the line's out. Surely that should have gone back and it should have been a penalty for the
Yeah,
Maroons.
no, that's what G's arguing. G's going
Bill's
to...
had an absolute shocker, really.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, what's he declaring?
He's declaring a scrum.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's really good.
Either that or I'm king of the world. I don't know what he was saying.
And it's almost half-time. Looks like Wing's got a
Oh,
ball.
Wing.
He can snip out a try.
Wing's been unleashed.
He's 40 metres, 60 metres to go. Onto, who's that?
Here's Johns now.
Badderas on Johns.
What's he
Picking out
gonna
a
do?
runner on the Minicello.
Minicello on the burst.
Don't they rely a lot on Minicello to come up from the...
Well, he's an attacking weapon.
He's an attacking weapon, so beautifully put, boy. There's the hooter. They're going to play on here.
They're
Can they
gonna
get a
play
try?
on.
Oh,
Oh.
Timmins kicking. That's what I like
It's
to
not
see.
over yet.
It's not over till that fat lady sings.
Oh, there's still some rugby league here, I see.
He tapped it back with the
Timmins, Johns,
on
what's he going to do?
Johns having a
why
shot
not?
at field goal.
Is it there? Look
I'd
good.
say it was.
It's
Field goal
there.
on the deck. So that's
One more point.
17 blot. 17 blot at half-time. John's field goal. Oh, must put some real doubt in the Maroon camp.
Well, that's
now.
right. That's right. That can really upset you. No, beautiful kick. Why not take the point? You know, the half was over. Why not? It was there to happen, there to take.
well,
Bailey
indeed.
liked it, you know.
Bailey, I think
Man of the
Tallis
match.
liked it. Tatler
Yeah,
liked
best
it.
on ground. Bog Bailey, he liked it.
Bob Bailey, yeah. And half-time here at New South Wales. We'll take a short break and come... Sorry, New South Wales Grand Old Girl. If you've just joined, it scored New South Wales 17, Queensland... Well, they haven't bothered to score yet, but, you know, time enough is good enough. And we'll come back with a wrap in a moment and then take a half-time break. Bill's had a shocker.
You can't do it alone. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Coachwood and Myrtle. Thanks, State of Origin. Thanks, Triple J.
And so in the first half, it got underway at the 12-minute mark with a freaky try. Roy described it as the freakiest thing he's ever seen. I can't even begin to describe it. Johns kicked it up to the... hang time was incredible. I had the clock on it at 12 seconds. That's how much it hung in the air. 12 seconds. It hit an extension to the goalpost, which somehow miraculously appeared, bounced back into the in-goal area, knocked back off as the ref went tumbling. Bills had a shocker, and Kennedy scored a try with Johns converted at the 12-minute mark, 6-0. Then Gidley strolled through. No opposition, no nothing. Gidley 10-0. Johns converted that one 12-0. Minicello scored one at the 26th minute after a terrible mistake by the Maroons. 16-0, not converted by Johns out wide. In fact, that was the one that Tate caused because he went the wrong way and buggered up Lockie's attempted defence at getting Minicello into the barrelling him over the touch line. And then right on the death of half, they moved the ball beautifully in position, manoeuvred it beautifully for Johns to take the field goal. Snap, as they say in American football. 17-0 at half-time. Roy, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it's as if HG, the game that we saw at State of Origin 1, which was an arm wrestle for the first 70 minutes, and then, was just won overwhelmingly by the Blues in that last 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's as if the game has just kept going from there, and nothing much has changed. The Maroons look just as tired as they were at the end of the last game. They've got no new ideas. They're bankrupt as far as talent is concerned. The Blues are just getting stronger and stronger. 17-0, it could have been 37-0, and we're predicting it could go as far as 80-0 in the second half.
It's
Beautiful to watch that.
It's tremendous. And what I must say is the violence has all been on one side. I mean, the Maroons have to get violent to win this.
Yeah.
And, nobody questioned their heart if they did.
No, that's right.
So I hope Wayne Bennett's having the cup of tea with the Andrew Johnson. Just let the message, just violence. I think the boys will get the message and hopefully come back with us and join us for the second half, which is bound to be a beauty here at the Grand Old Girl Stadium, Australia, for the second half of Origin 2 in a few minutes' time. Bye.
So there it is, mountaineers. Half a great climb is over. This looks like a great spot for a refreshing break. Let's make camp, pitch the tent, stoke up the oil stove, make a nice cup of tea, open a pack of freeze-dried survival rations, share a chocolate bar, unroll the swag, and have a quiet, mile-high catnap in preparation for the final assault on the summit. Go on, Australia. Take a break. You've earned it. And join us in a few minutes when this great climb surges upwards here on Triple J. Welcome back to State of Origin for 2003, punching above our weight. This second half is dedicated to the memories of those greats almost forgotten, like Chimpy Raper, Mark the Dripping Tap Geyer, the Bookshelves, Bugden and Leadbeater, the penalty puller Tony Hurst, the Rolls Royce of hookers Roycey Timmins, and from Newcastle, the mighty Wynn brothers Gus and Porky. And not forgetting that great centre pairing of Sergeant Schnoz, Michael O'Flaherty and Terry, the sugar-coated Bill Gill. But now let's go back to those two who keep the Bluey, the cattle dog, Caro lamp of rugby league memory lit. Rampaging Roy Slavin and H.T. Nelson.
Yes, welcome back to the Grand Old Girls Stadium Australia for round 2. That's how I'm seeing it, round 2 of Origin 2. And the halftime entertainment, brilliant halftime entertainment here at the Grand Old Girl featured the Donners and Take Me to the Back Seat. Fat Boy Slim right here, right now, in the back seat. And Pearl Jam, Save You, on the back seat. And Wasted Time, we had to cut into that for from the Kings of Leon, one of my favourites, artistes, the Kings of Leon. Roy, as we see a bloke eating an ice cream on screen in the suit, how are you seeing the second half unfold? Look, I've spoken to you off air and said if the New South Wales team don't get 50 points, it will be a wasted opportunity.
Well, this is true. You've got to bury the Maroons now. And it's up. I mean, these blokes, these Maroons, I mean, you're representing your state. I mean, this is State of Origin. This is the pinnacle. This is the Everest, of rugby league. Now, you're becoming an embarrassment. Even Lockyer is an embarrassment, and the bloke behind him in that stupid bloody green, what's he doing out there anyway? They're playing 16 now or something, 14. I don't get it.
And so we're underway in the second half, and that pattern of the final bit of Origin 1 continues in the first half of Origin 2, as we see a sightless bloke now giving a sniff of what it's like up the other end. G's out there, though.
Yeah,
while there's G, there's that story to be told of the granddad and the 63.
Well, how must the granddad feel? If the granddad was here tonight, he wouldn't take out a nest.
He'd go out there and capture about 20 blues and then let the Maroons play on the rest of the paddock. As we see now, a bit of a gain here of about 40 metres after the restart on Origin 2.
Here we go. Same old story. Play it down there, Ed. Now let's see what old man Lockyer can do. I mean, he's slow and he's stupid now, isn't he? Oh, that's it.
No. He's knocked over. Roy, what was said in the rooms at half-time? I noticed Gould had them all in a circle playing tiddlywinks.
Yep.
Here's Tate now with the ball. What happened in the Maroon room?
Well, the Maroon room, they made an example of Tate. The quiet man stood Tate in the corner, stood him in the middle, stood him on a table and said, blokes, you got to play like this bloke.
Is that right?
That's right. Everyone laughed and then they had a cup of tea and that was that.
Siliacina with the ball. Oh, that's the first bust. They made a lair. See where that hand went. That hand went right in there and got a handful, so to speak. Back it goes to, is it Berrigan? Berrigan finds a runner in Carroll. Carroll knocked over. There's no dimension to that.
No, there's no dimension. They don't have anyone who can bust the line. They don't have any organisers out there. It's just kick and hope.
I can guess the ball in there.
They're hoping for Minicello. I mean, he didn't have to move.
Hoping for a mistake. Who's that after him? It looks like that might be Travis Norton there knocking him over. And on to Gidley. There's so many different. This Crimea Warlock. It's fashion week out there.
I know. Lion has gone really crazy with his look.
Look at that. Crimea Warlock to Crimea Warlock on the head high. And Kennedy taken over. Did he lose
Man of the match at the moment, Kennedy, you have to say. That beautiful work he did
early on to get rid of Price and put Price right out of the competition. And now we've got Fitzgibbon with the ball. There's a man. Ian Healy.
If you're relying on Ian Healy as an ideas man for your team, you're in trouble. I mean, he didn't even play rugby league.
I know he played cricket as well. Oh, look at this. He's just got away. And now it's just going to be another try.
This is Bog.
This is
Bailey. No one can put the Bog down.
And they can't flush him away.
They cannot pull the lid down on this Bog.
That's the best run of the night so far. You've just seen it on
Triple J. Sweet.
Oh, it's tapped out into...
Tapped out by Carroll, was it, in the end?
Incredible
run by Bailey. Worth the scratches.
Oh, indeed. Let's have a look at this. He's almost put away there by Siliacina, who lets him go.
Yep.
Berrigan doesn't come in till late. Sorry, Carroll.
No.
Berrigan doesn't come in until too late.
He's a bit of a don't argue.
And who's that there falling off him? That must be Travis Norton. It might have been Scotty Sattler.
Look at that. Bog Bailey. Making a big bust. There's Lockyer slowing him down just a little bit, but didn't stop him.
No, they can't put him away, mercifully. And at the restart, it's G with the ball, making a bit of a run up there. Nice wedgie on screen there. On to Gordon Tallis. Gordon Tallis has to try and find his way through. He's got to lift them somehow. Big Gordy, there's 17-0.
Well, Big Gordy hasn't made a break, I don't think, in about 4 years.
Sattler at dummy half. Away it goes. They're queuing up for work now. This is Dane Carlaw, the much taunted and vaunted Dane Carlaw. You say New South Wales, God almighty, they should have the ball back by now, Roy, if they're going to get this 100 points.
That's true.
I mean, they're bludgeon out there.
Here we go. That's more like it. Left the ball behind. Oh, comedy of errors. And now the Blues have got the ball. Play on.
Oh, and here's bloke.
There's Price. Doesn't know who he is. Don't know where he's been.
He thinks he's Wally Lewis. And when we last asked him, now the Blues have the ball back. They need to try here to keep that scoreboard
They do.
ticking over. But Baderis there.
What's going on? Gee, pulling a penalty. The wrong way, holding in the tackle. No, Andrew. What would your grandfather have said to that? I mean, that's all right to do that if you're in a nest. But not playing rugby league.
The Han around. He just knocked the ball straight out. That's twice that's happened tonight.
Yeah.
Very poor ball.
It's as if they're deliberately doing it.
Look at the wedgie, though. A beautiful wedgie, and of course that caused the penalty, and beautifully pulled there by Wing. And of course Baderis there saying, Blue, how about one?
They're going to go for the 2 points? No, go for the 6. I mean, this is putrid.
No, they're going for the 2 points, I think.
I know, that's gutless.
So we've got John.
That's running up the white flag, going for the 2.
I know, that's terrible play. I mean, New South Wales, need to have a bloody good look at themselves here. I mean, they've
got them bent over the bonnet, trousers down.
Yeah.
They're just going for the 2.
I know. What disappoints me here is that footy tab players across Australia will be very, very disappointed. There's people who have 45-0.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be looking for a lot more than this from the Blues. There's the kick back to the middle, 19-0 early in the second half. It's very, very disappointing. And here's a lot of people wanting to bring back the biff. There's been no bloody biff tonight at all.
Well, only the one.
Well, of course, we hope it would go on from there, but it's not. Nothing's happened.
No.
Nothing's happened. 19-0, Roy. 19-0. Admittedly, they'll get the ball back and they'll have a go again. But I mean, Gould has got him to take the pedal right off the metal, hasn't he? When it should have been pressed down, it should have been chilly on the stick, as you pointed out, bent over the bonnet. And this crazy T here, this system here, it doesn't work.
No,
in, out. He
might be able to get a bit more hang time. Looks like he's going to go for hang.
Let's have a look at him. Put the clock on it.
Oh, no, no hang there at all.
No, let's hope for a bloody mistake. Oh, no, nothing there at all. Anyway, the Blues coming back now, Adam. He's Bog. He's tremendous. He can do the lot, can't he?
Bit of face massage in reverse.
Very good. But Baderis there at dummy half onto the sightless Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon knocked over. Plenty of forwards in there willing to work for the Maroons. Gee, the Blues have gone right. They've gone to sleep here, Roy.
Yeah, absolutely gone to sleep. High.
Well, that's good. That's more like
it. And then a bit of low work when he was on his way down. Beautiful to see. Any kiddies watching, that's how you do it.
The way it goes now on to, let's see, who's that?
Baderis.
Butterball Baderis. Crimea Warlock to Crimea Warlock.
They're all talking. Knock back. Is he playing that as a...
that's Bailey.
Bog Bailey, knocked off.
He can do good things, but then he can let you down.
He's not going to be bogged tonight, I don't think.
And I tell you one thing for sure and certain is that this is a travesty. This is an absolute travesty. People come to the Grand Old Girl, pay good money, up to $100, I think, for the ordinary seat, ordinary family, bringing their kids down, and they're seeing an absolute appalling display by the New South Wales Blues. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Harrigan can only work with what he's got.
That's true.
And he's got bugger all tonight.
Bugger all to work with. Come on, Bill, you've had a shocker. Berrigan's now falling down behind the scrum base.
Well, that can happen too.
And then they're not going forward. It's snuffed out.
Yes, wait.
It's thrown to no one.
Berrigan now with the ball.
Berrigan with the ball, going nowhere. They've lost about 20 metres in that move.
They're bringing back Big Pond Webster.
This is embarrassing. I mean, how much you feel if you're a Queenslander?
Well, you'd be very, very disappointed. But
you'd be shamefaced.
How'd you feel if you're New South Wales when you've got this to play against? Basically nothing.
No, popping the ball now. Thank you very much. He's lost the ball as well. Comedy of errors. How often have we said that tonight? All bloody night.
And look, there it is.
Thank you very much, John Elias.
It was just
pure Elias.
Pure. That's right, both Benny and John together. And now so scrum, New South Wales food.
New South Wales food,
And they should score off this one, Roy.
Well, one would like to think so.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that's keeping people here.
Beautiful scrum, that.
Because the whole game, the tenor of the game has gone into some sort of weirdsville.
It has.
Sort of, I don't know quite how to describe it. It's just sort of happiness all over the place. And, we're not seeing rugby league. We're not seeing violence. We're not seeing World War I. We're not seeing an arm wrestle. We're not seeing trench warfare. And I blame Russell Crowe, He came along
help.
here.
Here's Kennedy. He's man of the match for mine so
He lost
far.
the ball there in the tackle, didn't he?
Did anyone see it? Did Bill see it?
He's
He's got him for raking. Yeah, good on you, Bill. Yeah, no, get him while they're down. A bit more chili on the stick, thank you very much. And Kennedy going on with it, giving him a bit of lip, good.
Well, it's got everything here now.
Yeah.
So there's a couple in the tackle there, and then he's got his hand in
Yeah,
there.
that's Carroll doing a John Elias.
Oh, now
yeah, he's marching another 10. Yeah, beauty. Good on you.
Lip. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here it goes.
Yep.
So kick.
Well, that's another penalty that really Kennedy has got there because it was Kennedy that started the lip work.
It was. Now they should score here. And
I'd
I'll
like
be
to think so.
disappointed.
Take it
Very
wide,
disappointed. They go
take
over
it
the far
easy.
side. Here they come now. Here's this Bailey. Oh, look at that. See, what I don't like is maroon underpant on a blue player. Right, that offends me. You know, call me old-fashioned if you like. Call me World War I mentality. Sure.
Yeah.
As Johnny's
coming very wide.
They got very wide. Tim Tam Tahu.
Confusing him. Johnny Elias.
He's going to go down. There's trouble here. They try to hold him up.
Big Gordy falls over the top of him.
That's good though. There,
Good on
8
you,
metres
good.
out, and away it comes now, going on the other side. They can't find
John's
hold of
almost went himself.
Oh, that was good to see
It's
there.
good to see a halfback take on the line.
And back it goes out wide.
Take on the line.
His trouble here is that Timmins with the ball.
Timmins
knocked
take
over
on the
guard.
line.
That's right. It's 4 or 5 metres out.
Nearest take on the line.
Crimea Wall. Look, he didn't know what was going on there. Thought he could have run all the way over to the card table, round the card table.
Gee, working the back of his head.
Comes now. They're going to kick it into the end goal area.
Is anybody there?
Oh no, here's a try. Oh no,
they both scored.
Yeah, he didn't have an offhand. Oh well, you know.
Hello, is that being? No. Is it being called a knock on by Bill? No. No, it was a try.
20.
It's a
Oh,
try.
okay. So in the 50th minute, the floodgates have opened. The 50th minute.
Well, I
here.
hope they have actually, because let's face it, this is the worst Maroon team I have ever seen.
Yes,
And
right.
I'm talking about going back before State of Origin, you know, when Maroons were just ordinary blokes who played for, you know, Redcliffe Reserve grade.
Yes, win a Manly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I can recall Kev Kelly calling it one night when New South Wales actually lost to that sort of lineup, that sort of hokey, north of the Tweed lineup.
Yeah.
But this goes back right back to those days.
Certainly
Roy.
does, actually.
What was Berrigan doing?
What was Berrigan doing? Nothing.
Oh, what is Hegarty doing?
Hegarty.
And look now, they're queuing up to get the
Who scored it in the end? It looks like it was
Tahu.
Tahu.
Tim Tam Tahu. So Tim Tam. Try.
Beautiful work here, HG. And, full marks to Timmins for having the courage of his convictions to kick the ball.
Well, quite.
You know, the courage of his convictions.
Yeah.
He saw the Maroons were, 6s and 7s, as they say.
6s and 7s, yeah. Well, how bad is this lineup, Roy? I mean, you've said it's the worst you've ever seen.
It's the worst I've ever seen.
You know, can you go further than that? Say it's the worst
Well,
of
I
all
think they've got to
time?
start looking at, say, the Clydesdales.
The Ipswich
The
Clydesdales.
Ipswich Clydesdales got to step up.
Well, I'm terribly critical of Gould here. You know, we've only scored, let me get this right, we've only scored 6 points so far in the second half, and we've been playing all of 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, with maybe another 2 to come.
Yes, of course.
Maybe another 2 to come. Although it's not as good side for Joey because he slides it right to left. So he's going to have to point it out to the right a little bit and then bring it round.
See, I blame Gould here. You know, this is a very disappointing result. I mean, people have come here to see points scored.
Yes, they have.
You know, do you know what I mean? They want to see people get tries and kick goals.
Yeah, well, good.
And they're playing as you...
Where's the leadership? Where's the brains trust? Looks like Price is back as somebody else, not as himself, certainly.
He's come back as Greg the Turtle Canescu.
Yeah.
And look at
Here are a lot
Whitby.
of blokes without any pride and very few rugby league skills as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right.
He's got
he's
didn't
missed
come
it.
round.
So-
Wet ball.
Yeah, unsuccessful there. The score early in the second half, 51st minute, is 23 New South Wales, nothing to Queensland.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Sir Guy Green, live on Triple J.
Yes, tremendous to have the Governor-General with us tonight. He's just got a ticket right up in the what I call the nosebleed section, sitting up there with his missus
He hasn't
enjoying
put
rugby.
long though, has he?
Not tonight,
Sir Guy
no.
Green here, HG, just with the with the punters.
He-
Paid for his own ticket.
He's a man of the people.
Man of the people.
Anyway, we're underway again, and Sir Guy's loving the league. He's
Hasn't
never-
Tony Carroll left a stain on this match? I mean, it's got a real Carroll stain about it, this match, hasn't it?
It has. And it's hard to imagine that before the first match, this team was considered one of the greatest teams ever seen. Well played. Now he's got a bit of work to do.
Yes, they'll
tuned
throw
up.
it.
No,
Bottle
no.
him up.
Bottle him up and meter out.
Meter out. Who's there as dummy half? Nobody.
And so we see the Maroons with all of it before us. There's the view ahead. You can see it there. And there's a lot of work to be done now.
Who wants it? Who's putting their hand up?
Well,
Tate.
Tate. Yeah, Tate.
You're in trouble when you turn to Tate. That's for bloody sure.
Made 10 minutes.
Must look around and think, oh, who's our hit man?
Oh, look at this now. They're pushing Webke back.
I know, the halves are.
I know.
The Blues halves.
The backs are pushing Webke back. Here it comes on to, who's this, Berrigan?
Yeah, Berrigan done nothing. Done nothing. It's interesting who's done the least.
Well, that's
for the Maroons. I mean, there's your competition, not man of the match. Who's done the least?
Look at that kick straight down the throat.
Straight to Minicello. He didn't have to move.
Oh, now the backs have got to bottle. Sorry, the forwards have to bottle him up as there's a haunted man thinking about Ionesco and the problems of Plautus, all that sort of stuff. He's not thinking rugby league. Out it goes wide to Lyon.
Surrender tackle should have been penalised. I mean, where are they going to jump on these surrender tackles?
He's had a shocker, Bill. An absolute shocker. Who's this? Riles running it up.
Yeah, Jason Riles.
Oh, well, it's a sort of 23-0 if you've just joined us.
The angry man.
Bugger all to say about this game. I tell you, it's just forgettable, really, both from the Maroon point of view and the Blues
quick hands. Quick hands, that's all right, beautiful. Almost hit of a shepherd there. Gordy involved, but not involved all of a sudden.
It's just a miracle that that wasn't a try. Freakish. It's absolutely freakish. I mean, the Maroons the Blues are starting to be dragged down to the Maroon level of play.
That's right. And that can happen if you play someone who's so cod ordinary and you're 23 points up. Why bother?
Yeah, why bother? Let's get on the grog now.
Why bother? He's an interesting kick. I mean, there's a bit of a speculator.
Jesus.
Oh no, what's going on?
Well,
there'll be a cap restart from the 20.
Yeah, look, it's a good kick here. It's a right idea, but he hadn't.
But there were no Blues there to follow it up.
That's the trouble.
Even his feet didn't know where the ball was going.
Well, certainly the ball didn't know yet. Restart from the 20.
Yeah, restart.
Look, even the ball didn't know.
Yeah, Lockie did a good job shepherding it over, though.
And at the restart,
almost professional.
How much of this half's been played in blue territory, Roy?
None.
Yeah,
none.
They're going to struggle to get out to blue territory here. Look, I've got to say is that it's Russell Crowe right from the off. He started moving, and I knew we were in for a night of trouble.
Yeah.
I knew we were in for a real old-fashioned night of trouble because he was moving, he was wobbling, he didn't look good. He had to piss off after 37 minutes. That's the only interest he had in the league was 37 minutes.
37 minutes. That's right. That's busting no one on. Nobody wants it. I mean, Gordy's accepting it there, but nobody wants it.
No, they're not queuing up. Bailey coming on. P. Bailey, not best on ground, Bailey. Oh, that's not bad. If it sits up. Sits up. Oh, no, they're not going to try here.
Score, are they?
Hegarty there. Can they get up? Oh, no, he just bottle up all around the neck. That's good.
That's good.
So they're in blue territory.
Yep.
Oh, look, somebody's crouching down.
Kennedy. They're going to try and hit him back.
They're going to try and run him over the sideline. Oh, have they got him? No.
He passed the ball forward. He passed the ball forward in the end, actually. I think it's going to be a scrum and a Maroon feed.
Well, that's it. They can hurt
unless he'd been called held.
Let's have a look here. He's there. Well, that's all right.
Well, that's beautiful. Athletic stuff. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, he's not going to penalise that.
Surely. That was just a tap on the shoulder.
Here's the next bit here. Let's have a look how he goes here. He's got two in the tackle. They're chasing him down.
They're holding him up. Gordy gets involved.
Yeah, Gordy tries to push.
Yeah, Maroon feed.
Right, away you go. Thanks very much. And away the Maroons have Tate, look at that. Oh, he's thrown off one.
Oh, isn't Tate good?
He's
Isn't he a go forward man? What do they lose there? About 30 metres?
That's right. He's tuning up song. Look, the difficulty is the backs don't look good when the forwards are going so shit out.
No, it's very hard.
Very hard. You can't. Here we go.
Webke, yes, not doing much, and put away by someone middle by the looks.
The
now he's going. Oh, Bailey's involved.
Here we are. Now we go. Exactly timely. After 60 minutes, she comes alive. 50 minutes, she comes alive. 23-0 on the scoreboard.
Suddenly it's looking like rugby league all of a sudden.
Thanks very much, Roy. It's looking like a game of rugby league.
Okay, Bailey was involved in Webke. Who started? I think Webke started actually out of frustration.
And
I think Webke started out. Gordy, shut up.
No, this is the league we wanted to see.
I know, everyone wants to see this. This is good.
And look, the Crimea War, look, it's looking great.
It's turned into a sort of Comanche look, hasn't it?
It has indeed. What's he going to do here? What Bill's got his hands for here?
Yeah, well, Bill's going to have to sort it out. He's going to pull out Webke for a start and Bailey and talk to his touchies and see what the touchies look fit, don't they? They're men with stories.
They're men with stories, and you're going to hear them all now. 20 minutes into the game. 50 minutes into the game.
Yes, Webke, you're involved. Yes, I know that. It's the question of who threw the first punch, and I think it was Webke. I think it was going to be a Blues penalty.
I think something happened in the tackle here.
I don't think anything. I think Webke just objected to being knocked over.
No, it was sledging. It's a bit of lip to go on with. And Gordy's going to be told to settle him down.
Yeah.
He's
let's just play football.
Yeah, and
touchy. I'm a touchy. I've always wanted to be a touchy. My grandfather being a touchy. My grandfather was a touchy over in The Somme.
he used to run the line in the Somme, did he? No man's land. Oh, no, play on, Bill. No, play on.
No. A rueful smile there from the old
Kennedy,
pro,
you can piss off, Kennedy. You don't know it. You've done it.
Where's the penalty going? Where's it going? It's going to the Maroons. Well, that's wrong. Let's have a look.
That's what started it off.
Is that what started it? That was a love tap. Then a slap, a cat slap.
Yeah.
Then it's on.
And that's fantastic. That's why people play rugby league.
Like it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Well, families. That's a family image.
It's a family.
That's the big kids
involved. Look,
involved.
there's Pricey getting involved
Well,
too.
Price will be looking for Kennedy soon, you'd have to imagine.
He's got... that's what I
There,
him on
Bill
his
for the
head.
penalty there.
Sattler in a dummy half there. Be good if Sat strolled over. Then it goes over.
I tell you what'll be the worst thing for... Oh, that's better. I was going to say, be the worst thing for rugby. Oh, he's on his knees. Oh, that's it, a knee up. Worst thing for rugby league if the Maroons score now.
It would be. God, they can't hang on to the ball. They can't do anything but just fire them up. I tell you what, if we could just hold G and Sattler and Wedke up there for a minute or two, and look at this droop off the bandaging of Badeiros. That's starting to look very good.
It is. It's attractive, isn't it?
Trying to get into...
That'll be all the go soon, won't it?
Look at that.
Luke Bailey, look at that play again, 144 metres. Isn't that fantastic? Freakish. Here he is again, still going. 164, 174, 184.
They can't put him
194.
away. Oh, there it is. He knocked the ball down. And
Well, I think he was stripped.
no, he wasn't stripped. It
Well,
was
he was punched out
one-on-one.
of his hand. It was punched. No, there were two involved there.
Oh, well,
It was when G got involved that the ball disappeared.
let's have a look here. There he
It's
goes.
a beautiful run, though, from Bailey. Certainly Bog.
Hey,
He's got Bog written all over him,
He
hasn't
has
he?
indeed. He's made two cracking runs tonight.
Here we go. What happens here? He keeps going. Keeps going.
He's
Keeps going. Here, Iken gets involved.
No,
and here comes G. Knocks the ball out of his hand. Thanks very much, Nine. Beautiful pictures. You showed us nothing.
Yeah, but look, the Maroons got the ball back, so it must have been something. Well, I mean, how did Bill, adjudicate that in Broglio, Roy? He gave...
No. What's that?
If
We've got
Lockyer
arguably the best fullback in the world.
can't hang on to it.
Not hanging on to the ball. Simple, basic rugby, little schoolboy rugby league. Hold on to the ball.
Yeah. What is it? What's the note? Price is a passenger, they're saying.
Well, somebody said that. I don't think so. I think he's playing well, Price, for a bloke who
Doesn't know what
was
he's
knocked
doing.
out and doesn't know where he is and doesn't believe he was ever
He thinks he's
played rugby league before in his life.
He thinks he's at the pig pen. And they set themselves deep, the Blues here, and it gets it away to Gidley. Gidley up Gidley. Back it goes to Minicello.
We're going out the left. Here's Fitzgibbon lurking on the left. He always lurks on the left, that bloke.
And it looks like Croker's coming on. That'll be tremendous. I wish Croker had been out there for the fight, though.
Yeah, I do too.
And at least the forwards are starting to, really
Inject themselves?
Inject themselves.
Yes.
If the forward can inject themselves into the forward pack. That's a miracle that's happening tonight. And here's Bailey.
Here's Bailey to go forward, man. 184 metres. Read about it in the paper tomorrow.
Looking, fresh as when he walked on tonight.
Yeah.
Back it comes to Johns. Johns out wide.
Oh, past to no one. Interesting.
Knock on. At least they get the ball back
Picked
here.
up by Johnny on the spot. Tate.
Oh,
Tate.
yeah. They're all talking Tate all of a sudden. I hadn't heard Tate mentioned in the second half, but now they are. And
Here's
this
Price, the passenger.
He's at the pig pen.
He had to be convinced that he does play rugby league for a living.
That can take time too, because you spend a lot of time on the couch saying I'm a basketballer. No, you're not. You're a rugby league player.
So
or
he's
what?
Tate picking up the ball from dummy half, going
Tate.
backwards, going forward, jinking,
He's down to the
searching.
Shepherd there. They're still trying the Maroons, but not very hard. Well, they haven't got the cattle, can they? You can't come home without the cattle.
No, that's
And already Nine have moved on to Friday night, which is fantastic for them. But there's a bit of a hole here. Oh, he's got it away.
Oh, yes,
knock on.
on to Kennedy, Johnny on the spot.
And they wrestle him to the ground, and they remember that bloody stiff arm they gave Price in the first bit.
Yes.
Oh, look at this.
Look at
though.
this. I mean, it was
Very
too
good.
ambitious, really, wasn't it? I mean,
It was.
yeah.
He's just
Mind
gone
you, he
out
might have
there.
been tackled without the ball.
Well, indeed.
Tackled without the ball, in my view. But anyway,
Well,
that's rugby league. That's the rub of the green.
Yeah,
That's Lady Luck, That's the way it goes.
And Bill's had a
You
shot.
buy the ticket, you take your chances. You might get a good seat, you might get a bad seat. Queensland have got a bad seat tonight.
That's right. They're right up at the back of the bus. There you got the exhaust fumes coming in through the floorboards. That's how bad it is on the Sid Fog tonight. Here's somebody running from wing.
Might be
from
wing,
dummy half.
yes. Fresh man, fresh legs, fresh ideas.
Away it goes to Joey Johns. Joey Johns out wide.
Kennedy,
Somebody trying to get up
getting
into the line.
involved.
He's got it out wide. Tim Tam Tahu can't go anywhere with it. He's bottled up by Maroon line.
Still, it was exciting, expansive rugby league.
Very good. I mean, Gould's taking the pedal right off here.
Here we
right
go.
off.
What's going to happen now?
It's
Who's
in the air.
involved? Oh, no, it's bounced anywhere. It's gone backwards.
Well,
Now go forwards. Forgot which way they were going.
Yes. And
Tackle without the ball. Bailey.
Oh, they're just all...
Still going backwards.
Oh, wow.
Kicking the ball.
Is that a knock on there?
Oh, that was one of the best passages of rugby league you'll ever see. Yeah, knock on who by though, Bill? Who by the Maroons, I hope.
Gordy.
Big Gordy in the end.
Yes.
Oh, isn't it great? Queensland knock on. Yes, lovely.
Let's have a look here. Unless you
Beautiful.
can't
God, that was great rugby league.
It was.
wasn't
It was exactly as you'd see.
Because you never knew what was going to happen.
Oh, is that the knock on there? Or is he playing the blue knock on? Or the maroon knock
Well,
on?
arguably, it should have been a Blues penalty there because of a strip and a tackle and a two-man tackle.
Well, quite. The Blues have the ball back now. We've played 61 minutes of this thing, and the Maroons haven't scored in the whole time they've been playing.
Well, it's a matter of pride now for the Blues to keep them out.
Keep them out. Keep them out and put on score and Goulds, let them off the leash here. I mean, I'm expecting 60 points in the next,
I hope so.
20
10 minutes.
Well, it comes now to who's this?
All taken very high by Carroll. Carroll's going to be giving a message here, isn't he? Thank you very much. Call him out, Bill. Call him out. Explain the rules of rugby league. There's a difference between torso and head. Explain the anatomy to him if you wouldn't mind.
This is Bailey here. Oh, I know that came up off the ball. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, the conditions, Roy.
Conditions.
Slippery players, slippery pill. He's just asked to keep it.
Carroll's had a great game, hasn't he?
Who's this here?
Yeah, go for the goal. Go for the 2 points. I think that's the signal. Although I'd be saying go for the 6.
Yeah, why not? This is just...
Put some more chili on the stick.
Well, I mean, he's probably doing his maths there and saying, 25 points is what they
It's
got
better than potentially just 23.
Yeah, correct. 25, because then they've got to get the... what is it? Oh, no, they're playing for...
they're going for the 6. Very good.
Right.
Okay, now is Joey going to take the ball to the line? Are we going to see him go to the line?
Oh, no, he's giving it a Minicello
going to the line.
And it's raining, Roy. It's really
raining now. Yes, here comes a try, hopefully.
Oh, no, they held him up over the line. That's good, Maroon.
Oh, good D, Maroon.
Oh, yes,
tight.
And Lyon found wanting when the line was wide open.
He did line. He's got that Comanche look. It doesn't matter. It doesn't get you over the line.
No, here he comes now. This is pathetic from the Blues.
Certainly
it's there. It's screaming. It's right in front of him. All he can do is have to put the ball down, right? How bloody hard is that? And where does he put it down? Over the touchline. Over the sideline.
Yeah.
Pathetic. I mean, these guys need to go back to basics. And start scoring points.
League, yes.
And Maroons have the ball now. They should cough it up in 2 tackles, so it won't be too bad for the Blues. And now
penalty hit Bailey. Bailey's got a bit mad, hasn't he? A bit mad, Bailey. But I like that. And I like madness in the football. If you haven't got madness, you haven't got a football.
Yeah. Well, Price is pretty mad.
Well, if only you could remember how mad he used to be.
That's right. Here he is with the ball now.
Oh, taken high again. Kennedy involved. Good.
They're all the old firm. And I think this is Matt Bowen coming on now for his first run. He's
this looks like Croker. Yeah.
Croker. Betty out there with the ball on the signage. And he's that Sattler at dummy half. Sattler out to Berrigan.
Berrigan changing the point of attack.
Oh, he got that's better, a little bit better play.
Yeah, well, Icon's off now, HC. It might free him up a little bit.
Travis Norton, here's Bowen. God, he looks fresh, doesn't he? And the idea is that
Bowen, what a night for him, He'll remember this for the rest of his life.
I don't think, that's a nice
stab.
Come on,
there. Don't let him score.
Oh, no, here's trouble here. Oh, no, too big.
God.
Christ almighty. There for a minute there, I thought, bloody hell, me TAB selection's going to... I only had one bet, Roy.
Yeah, I only had one bet. 23 blot. 23 blot?
Not quite 23 blot, but I'll let you know later in the night.
Okay.
But it certainly didn't include a Marine score.
No, I'd be very disappointed to see 4 the Maroons there with a kick to come.
Well,
that'd be very disappointing.
I mean, this is... Can you remember a worse game? I mean, we've called millions of them, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. No, I can't really. No, this is going to be right up there with the worst. Still, time enough and good enough.
Yeah.
Something mad might happen.
Well, we have. There's not been one memorable thing about this match, has there? Oh, yes, there has been.
That was it.
Yeah, there we go.
That's ignited the madness.
That was, I think Wing with the ball there just dropped it cold, like a piece of soap, Roy. I know I haven't used that tonight, but she's like a piece of soap out there. He gets it away. Thank Christ, man, a knock on. Then he's tackled.
Come on, bring the ball back to the scrum. We want to see a scrum, thank you very much.
Knock on, Queensland knock on.
Yes, Price. Yes, mate.
He's a man, a shattered man. He's
shattered man. He won't be back. I don't think we'll see him coaching again. I think he's done some better things he can do in his life,
Like coach basketball.
Yeah.
Look, this is a very difficult thing. That was a good Bowen. See, straight away he's into the play and then just drops
he's injecting something, yeah.
And then, of course, here we have a scrum, Blues feed.
Blues feed.
Score, if you just join us, 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0. 23-0 Maroons in real trouble here with mercifully that they should invoke the mercy rule, but they've got 15 minutes to
Got 15
play.
minutes to go. Timmins with the ball, yes. Now, nobody wants it. They should be queuing up.
Oh, look, there's a bit of a stink on in the middle.
Yeah, I hope
Mercifully,
so.
Timmins involved, and out wide it goes to Lyon, who's done nothing tonight, unable to step up from mine.
No.
But, you'd have to say this
No,
is
there's a stink going on off the ball, actually. I think it's still going. Oh, no, it's stopped now. Phew.
Look, one thing that worries me here, Roy, is, these Blues players are not well served by this for future years and future matches, are they?
No.
Because they think that Origin will be a pushover.
Yeah, that's right.
When it won't be.
You don't need any metal.
No, that's right. And
Here's Timmins.
Timmins,
Blockage in the pipe, Timmins. Blockage in the pipe. Well, this isn't a bad kick, as it turns out in the end. Oh, it had to be tickled over by Lockyer in the end,
Yes,
so it's going to be a goal line dropout.
So they get the ball back.
I hope so.
So let's have a
Unless
look.
Bill's seen it somehow differently, and I don't think so.
Let's have
Here's
a look.
Lockyer. He had no choice. He really had to tap it over.
Yeah, no,
in the end. Yeah, it's very professional in the end. It made it look so casual, really, didn't he?
He did. Well, that's
Well, he looks like a man in a beaten team, doesn't he?
He does.
Why wouldn't he? He's a man in a beaten team. In fact, I've never seen a team this badly beaten.
It'll be fun on the bus on the way home tonight.
Certainly will.
Up the Black Snake.
They should be made to walk home.
Well, right, quite in the rain.
I don't know if they'll go ahead with Ian Healy as head coach. Don't know if that's worked. Sure they can.
When did you learn
They
that
can
Healy was involved?
They can wear the crouches and pick the wrong one, but it doesn't really help you when it comes to rugby league.
When did you learn that Ian Healy was involved?
Oh, about 3 weeks ago. I didn't believe it. In fact, I hit the bloke who told me.
I must confess, I only found
I
out
thought it was a
yesterday.
tee-up, you know.
I thought it was a total
Hey,
tee-up.
boy, did you hear that? Whack.
Here come the Blues again. They're 10 metres out now. Look, I found it very difficult to read, and I read it in the paper. And so
Did you read in the paper? Did somebody print it?
I thought it must be true. Forward pass, for God's sake. That's surely forward. Hasn't Bill had a shocker?
Bill has had a
Oh,
yeah, give him one.
Yeah, that's right.
give him
Too
one.
late now, Billy.
Beautiful.
Oh, he gets up there.
Play on there. Why not?
That's good.
Why not? Oh, I like to see a halfback hitting the line.
Yes, a bloke with no sight knocked over, and here comes Lyon. Oh,
Is he going to take? Oh,
the best
no.
fullback in the world.
The best halfback in the world. What do you want to take on the line? See, who's going to attack the line?
Oh, he's had a
Put you off.
Hasn't he had a great
Shocker.
night? What happens here? Oh, there he goes, trying to kick the ball out.
Kick the ball out of him. Then give him a hit on the head. Rabbit killer.
Oh, that's good.
That's right. Really beautiful.
That's why mums want their kids to play rugby
do.
league. Who's this Bowen with the ball now?
Is it Bowen or
no,
is it Price?
Sorry.
Yeah,
and look
Price.
who's coming on. Sylvia Sooners
Oh,
coming
beauty.
on.
That'll change things.
They were great. Go.
Beautiful. They're going backwards.
Now,
Very nice.
That's Berrigan with the ball now. Berrigan.
I must say, Queensland looked far more comfortable tonight going backwards. Haven't they?
I tell you who they need out there, though, is Martin Bella. It's the only bloke I've ever seen who played the ball backwards.
That's right.
I tell you what, that'd stupid him up.
Hospital pass.
Christ
Shocking.
Almighty.
Shocking. Lockyer's having a shocker.
Yeah.
Singersy there. Tate. Well, Tate's been great.
Tate with the ball now on screen now.
I mean,
Beautiful
Tate's
pass.
really injected
And
himself.
Carroll can get around a player or two every so often.
can't he ever?
With that game that's modelled so completely on Johnny Elias, including the shotguns in the boot. Goes to Hegarty. Hegarty knocked over on the signage. Let's see, I think we've got about 10 minutes left before this misery ends. But you'd have to say Queensland have played better.
Oh, here's an up and under at you. Anything
Oh,
can happen here.
no. Oh, he's got to pick it up. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes, it's a try. It's a try. I think
Don't
that's a try.
tell me, Crocker.
That's buggered us.
That's really buggered my TAB.
That's buggered my night. Boo. Yeah, boo.
Wow.
The worst player on the ground scored it.
Betty came good in the 70th minute. The score 23-4. Roy, take us through it.
Well, it's a simple up and under that the Blues let bounce. You never let a ball bounce.
And look at the reach on the bloke here. He reaches out and clonks it down. Beautiful record.
Mind you, if we saw it in
20.
slow motion, I think you'll see he bounced it. He didn't ground it properly.
Let's have a look here. He reaches out.
Does he bounce it? Yes, he bounced it. That's a knock on. That's a knock on.
Bill's had a shocker, hasn't he?
Absolute bloody shocker. That's
I mean,
a mercy try.
You'd have to say Tim Mander would be. I tell you, you'd do better tonight.
Did he control the ball over the line? No.
No.
And he knew he hadn't.
Yes, as we get the kick to come. Who's doing a kick? Oh, he's going to try and convert his own try.
Well, why not? They're going to give it to you anyway. I mean, you can boot it up your ass and you're going to get the 2 points.
No, he's not. He's going to miss everything. So the score at the moment, unsuccessful. The score at the moment is 23-4. Queensland out for the count.
This is the gathering of the gods with State of Origin football on Triple J.
I mean, that would be a sight tonight, Roy, and I'd go home an absolute happy man if I could see a player booted up his own arse. I mean, I'm not sure quite the physics I'm not sure how you do it. Hang time and come into play. You'd have to kick it forward, run up, then spread the buttocks and hope you snared it on the way down. It'd be magic, wouldn't it? And kids, don't tell me kids wouldn't be talking about it tomorrow at school and trying to do it.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm glad he didn't do it in the end. It would have started an unfortunate trend. Anyway, Maroons on the attack again. They can score from anywhere.
They
can hurt you.
Oh, they can now with Sibiosina out there. I think there's another 10 minutes of league left in this. The Blues have to put the Badera
Well, there's
on.
at least 9 minutes left, you'd have to say.
Here he comes, the try-scoring machine for the Maroons now. Oh, they're going to touch him up too. They're making easy yards now.
They are, they're on their knees.
Gould, I blame Gould for all of this, you know. This 4
Hang
points.
on, what's happening now? Oh, no,
He's
he
not
moved
going
off.
to rule an incorrect play, the ball.
He did. He moved off the mark, actually. He was crawling on his knees off the mark. You know, you've got to stop where he says held. Held. Oh, no, that's the no try. That's the no try. He was held, certainly.
Yeah, he played on after, and now we got a Blues. At least the Blues get the ball back here. The Blues haven't scored a try this half, have
Yes,
they?
they have, actually. Just the one.
Oh, just the one. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, just the one.
I mean, it's a shambles to
Yeah.
me, this match now.
Well, that about sums it up, doesn't it? Bloke with his teeth out.
He's got a glass of Steradent to put him in.
Right.
We've got Fitzgibbons now knocked over by...
Sniffing his way. You can still sniff out where the line is.
He loves the lure and the lewd, that bloke.
Oh, yes.
Can't see anything but just loves it. Wing with the ball
Wing
now.
attacking the line.
Yeah. It is hard to see how this team was meant to be favourites originally in match one, wasn't it?
Well, impossible. I mean, you justifies. Well, I mean, who was calling them the favourites?
Well, quite. Here's another try.
Oh, no, yes. Beautiful work. Oh, Gidley. Was that Gidley who threw that flick part? Yeah, Gidley. Beautiful flick pass.
Okay, in the 73rd minute, Tim Tam Tahu gets his second for the night. And so the score 27-4. Still looking attractive TOB-wise.
Yep.
And the kick to come.
Well, really, that was Gidley's try. It was came from nothing. It was just a simple overlap. A bit of a gap opened up, and Gidley just ran straight through it. I mean, here you can see the ball being held up slightly here. The cutout pass, you run to the hole. Who happens to be there? Was the beautiful pass. Must have been from Johns, I'd say. Who is there but the Newcastle connection? And this flick pass, we see it every now and again come off, and it came off tonight. Beautiful to see. And any kids watching that, that's how you do it.
Yes. Now, Roy...
And Gidley did the right thing running at the hole. That was a beautiful pass.
Now,
Beautiful pass.
Roy, he did do...
It was almost like your old-fashioned face ball that we used to see Fittler throw all those years ago.
Indeed. Now, Roy, you know the G-Up obviously getting these Blues up for this match. I mean, they were down for the count on Sunday night, but then Gould turned them around with a midnight training session.
He did.
And are you seeing the benefits of that here
You
tonight?
certainly are, aren't you? I mean, the longer this game goes on, the more you're going to see the Blues score. I think that's how I'd call it.
Now, the conversion here is likely to be unsuccessful, do you reckon?
He's missed the last couple, hasn't he?
But he must have a measure.
He must have one in him, one wide one in him. They say every kicker's got a wide one in him.
I'm just not sure how he's going to do it, though. I mean, he's not playing well tonight. You'd hardly say Johns was man of the match. I'm not sure who you would say was man of the match.
Well, Gidley at this stage, HG, I don't think anyone's done any...
No, he hadn't got one in.
No, he hasn't pulled it around.
No. This is it.
Hasn't got one in him.
Show the score in the 73rd minute, a Tim Tam Tahu try. The score remains 27. Oh.
You're sitting on top of the world, looking down on creation with the gods of the game here on State of Origin Rugby League. Triple J.
Well, this pathetic performance by the New South Wales Blues continue. I mean, they should have had 50 points by now. They're playing nothing, aren't they, Roy?
Well, they have pulled back a little bit, you'd have to say, HG. Yeah, probably out of kindness and generosity, which is not two words you actually use in rugby league all that often, kindness and generosity. But and I think the game has suffered as a spectacle as a result.
Roy, where do the Maroons go from here? I mean, are they
Well,
back
I think
to
they've got to
the
pick a completely new team.
Yes.
Get a lot of those Clydesdales. Give them a bit of, State of Origin experience. I mean, they might lose by, 100 points. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At least they get the experience, and maybe just have one hard head out there to remind them, tell them how to go forward. Maybe Captain Sibba the Seaver, perhaps.
Well, I was thinking of Tony Carroll.
Or Tony Carroll, why not?
Yeah,
or even Tate.
And Lockie's with the ball.
Although
out.
Tate would look a bit flashy.
Tate wouldn't look a bit flashy, a bit too good.
Yeah.
Alf Langer coming back for Origin.
Well, wouldn't that be beautiful with the Clydesdales?
With the Clydesdales. And I'm just wondering if...
Well, they do need someone like Langer, someone who can organise them. They've had no organiser out there.
That's right. Now, Kevin Kevin Langer. I'm not sure whether he's out.
Oh, the brother.
The brother.
He's a great little organiser, they say.
That's right. Oh, so they're lifting up players now. It's all show business and party tricks and a few old line-out skills here coming in. There's that bloke who looks like Ted Mulry, too, all the time, lurking around the place.
It's horny, isn't it? I always think Ted's come back when I see him.
Well, it's a freaky game, and we've seen that on display tonight. It's locking at kicks. They've got 5 minutes to do something, 5 minutes for respect. That's what that final game's going to be all about, isn't it?
Well, the
Respect.
last 5 minutes should be about respect. I mean, if they can take out, it doesn't matter if they all get sent off. If they can take a few
Right.
blues out.
Well, they've got to take a few blues and let those Clydesdale play, say, a second-string New South Wales.
That's right.
Due to injury.
You know.
Tim Tam Tahu
If there are,
gets the ball
say,
away.
15, 16, 17 or 18 busted jaws.
Well, that's right. Well, they're starting to get that way. And Crocker and Tate out there could do something too, because they're pretty stupid people. As
Johns just feeds Ricketson into a hole.
Here we
He
go.
feeds Timmins into a hole. I mean, it's all holes out there, isn't it?
It's Swiss cheese, I heard.
Swiss cheese. Yeah. Going on with it.
Yeah, that's good to see too. Kids love that.
Kids love that. Yeah.
And now we got Robbie Kearns out there running.
Kurtz
the ball.
had a bad start, but has come good.
Yeah, especially with that bit of play.
Yeah.
Forward pass. Bill's having an absolute bloody shocker out there.
Yeah, so he might have
think-
seen that one as a forward pass. Yeah, it's just as well. Thanks, Bill. You see how Bill can see forward pass when he's in the wrong side. He's always in the wrong position, Bill.
Well,
isn't
he's never been a forward pass. He doesn't care about forward passes.
No, that's your forward pass.
That's a metre and a half.
Yeah,
forward.
obviously,
I blame
yeah.
Timmins for that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have anything to do with it.
No.
If he had something to do with it, it wouldn't happen. Here the Maroons go.
Here's the Maroons
out wide.
attacking. No, they look good attacking, especially when Tate's
Tate.
involved.
Tate, and he's doing a bit of something to go on with by Lions. Well,
Yeah.
sure, that's typical.
Yeah.
You know, some of these players just can't step up, can they?
No, they haven't been able to step up. No, they've really stepped down, and they're looking like an old team, even though some of them are quite young, apart from G, who now is older than his grandfather.
It's amazing that when he took out the, how many years again?
63.
Hahn, the Bosch, 63 Bosch lined up in a row.
That's right, all strung up.
Who's this? Price with the ball. Price, not his night either.
No.
You can read about in the papers tomorrow. He
Yes.
played basketball and not rugby league.
That's
And they've got
right.
a bit of a toe here,
Here's a bit of
run.
attacking flair, isn't there?
Yeah, it's incredible. Oh, what's he done there? Oh, he's
That's
barreling.
right, the ball went
Carroll.
backwards. No, that's all right. That's
Yeah, that's
good, beautiful rugby league in the end, wasn't it?
That's very good rugby league. Gets up and plays the ball to Tim Tam Tahu. Tahu on to that other guy with the who's this with the DeVere. Staple.
The Staple man.
And there's Gordon.
There's Gordon, a haunted
doing
man.
Doing his media commitments beautifully.
His
Just
worst
solid.
nightmares come true.
What's that worst nightmare?
Loss. And loss of dignity.
Lots of dignity.
And being pulled off for the last 10 minutes.
I know, that's horrible.
You know, so hopeless in a hopeless team that you were pulled off.
At the benched in the most hopeless team of all
Not
time.
injured.
Not injured.
Not
no.
injured. No, he's the fittest one there.
Still got plenty of petrol in the tank. Tries to unload there. Bailey knocked over
Bailey, yes.
the ball. He's,
Well,
coming-
Bailey's injected himself,
He
hasn't
has,
he? I mean, he's
especially
been
like-
willing. Here's
He's
Johns
like
attacking the
forward
line.
pass.
Oh, beautiful.
That was forward
Oh, I
pass.
don't think so, HG. No, I think that was fine. Oh, no, beautiful rugby league.
Yes, that's right. No, the bloke who came in late, that was too
Yeah, that was
too.
beautiful work too. You just give Lockie something to go on with.
Yeah, and attacking his head now that they've
Yeah.
buggered the ankle completely.
That's right.
Hegarty fell into a tackle there too.
Yeah.
Well,
Surrender tackle, that should be
dying
a penalty.
moments, 27-4. Very unlikely either side's going to score anymore. The Sting's gone out of the game. I couldn't be surprised yet.
Oh, hang on. They're attacking now, aren't they?
They're really giving it to the Blues, but the
Yeah.
Blues have really let up here.
Yeah.
Trying to add some respectability to the score. This is
Someone's hurt.
Oh, thank goodness for Kennedy. Oh, knock on.
Knock on. Yeah,
Kennedy's done an arm, I'd say.
Or has he
Or is
done
it
his
shoulder?
fingers? He can't stop his fingers
No,
from
he's
shaking.
done a shoulder.
Shoulder. Oh, okay. Well,
Here
that could
comes
happen.
Ted. Oh, crossed his back from the dead.
Well, I mean, in a way, that's fitting, isn't it? Because he did bust someone's jaw up pretty badly. Price, he knocked Price
Well,
out.
he's going to get a couple of weeks for that, surely. And now he goes to tackle
Well,
Ian.
that'll coincide. He might just get it was Ricketson who did it to him, I think.
Yeah, true. That's
In fact, he might just get off for enough time for his shoulder to heal.
true. That'd be a freaky thing too, wouldn't it?
Well, a lot of freaky things have happened tonight, HG. I mean, Ted Murray turned up.
Quite. The Maroons have got the ball back. I'm not quite sure why they had the scrum, but they must have had the feed there.
Oh, he laid
incorrect
an
play the
egg.
ball. Incorrect play the ball. Anyway, Sylvia Soon's got the ball now. Kennedy going to the rooms where he's going to get some torture until he gets
He's
out of
tortured, until he wants to play rugby league again.
Almost gathered again.
Yes. Oh, isn't that beautiful to watch?
That's great rugby
Yeah, it's like
league.
dominoes, really, isn't it? Dominoes with the ball.
Yeah, it's just turned really stupid now.
Yeah.
Surely it's time to stop. Can't we stop? Please
Oh, no,
stop.
Minicello's still keen to score.
Oh, look, he's
Oh, and a
got...
face massage with the elbow. Beautiful.
That's fantastic.
Ah, that's it. What a beautiful game.
Yeah. A really beautiful game of rugby league with no memorable moments at all.
Gus must be so proud. Everyone's so proud associated with the Blues. Look at those Maroons. I mean, will they ever want to play rugby league again? I hope not.
Yes.
Let's call it. I don't think there should be a third State of Origin game this year. And I think maybe the State of Origin concept, the whole idea as a concept might be dead.
He's my brother.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Thanks, Henry. Thanks, Rugby League. Thanks, Triple J.
Yes, and so Origin 2, turned out to be a real fizzer. Not much interest from either side, really. The Blues got an early advantage and they just held it all the way through. In the second half, Johns had a kick for goal that made it 19-0. Then in the 50th minute, Kennedy was stripped and Tim Tam Tahu went over and made it 23-0. Johns missed the conversion, 23-0 it remained. Then I was stuffed. I was rooted because Croker against the run of play, and remember that Harrigan had an absolute shocker, allowed a try that shouldn't have been allowed because I had a TAB ticket with blot on it for the Queensland side. 23-4, the conversion was unsuccessful. Then, it was just a stupid match after that, and Tim Tam Tahu ran in another try, very stylish try I might say, 27-4, unsuccessful conversion from the sideline, and that was it, 27-4 at the death. So that means the Blues have won the series for the first time in about 3 years, Raw.
I think that's right, actually. Yes, and what a disappointing way to win, really, against a team that really hadn't turned up to play. They didn't have their footy heads on. It was as if they'd never played rugby league in their lives and had seen it once and hated it and never wanted to play it. Very disappointing. You've got to look at the coaching staff. Wayne Bennett, maybe the day's come where he's got to move on, and a lot of these older players I think we might have seen, for the last time. And there have been great players in the day, Shane Webke and Andrew G, great favourites of ours, of course. We love what they do, and, I could watch them forever, but a lot of people won't. And you'd have to say their day has probably come. And whereas the Blues outfit, you've got to say that they're perfectly coached. They had the right attitude. Timmins was very good. Nobody had a bad game apart from Kearns in that first 10 minutes. But after that, he settled down and had a terrific game. And they played as a team. It was a team against a group of individuals who weren't particularly skilled or talented in the skills of rugby league tonight.
And Roy, could you just can I just tease you out on the comment about State of Origin is dead? What is your prescription to bring back this thing called Origin?
Yes, well, I think we might have to wait until the Maroons have unearthed a generation of children who have fierce pride in their state.
Yes.
I think with the nationalisation of the code and with the code developing both sides of the Tweed, and now with teams in Melbourne and what have you, even though there are failed experiments in other cities, that and with shows like the Footy Show where you get players from different states as colleagues, and they get to know each other and become friendly. I think we've got to go back to the old days of trench warfare, where if you're a blue, you're a blue, and you don't talk to a maroon, and vice versa. Beautifully summed up. And so there it is, Origin for 2003. Blues 2 up. Easy wins in both matches as we sign off and pack away the card table here at the Grand Old Girls Stadium, Australia. Just a quick reminder, there is another match left, though. It's not over yet, not by a long shot. And we're back this Sunday.
We're back this Sunday, that's right. Let's thank Homebush historian and water conservationist Mighty Mike Shire for his very sure hands and fingers on the buttons on the board. The very green thumb of Peter Shaw on the stats and scoreboard. My colleague in league, the man with a head full of ideas and a finger pointed at where to put them and the manure to make them grow, rampaging Roy Slavin. We take this opportunity to once again remind all football freaks that This Sporting Life is on air this Sunday from 2 p.m. and we ask all real Australians to join us in 3 weeks' time when State of Origin erupts once again at the Cauldron of Lang Park for the Dead Rubber on July the 16th. As the panel packs away the card table, we leave you with a simple refrain that Triple J is sport. Bye now.
So there it is, historians. Another State of Origin Rugby League fixture etched into the back pages of time. The winners punched well above their weight. The losers were simply un-Australian. But in this new look world order, post-Saddam, we thank all those heroes who were prepared to wear the khaki and jungle green uniforms to protect our rugby league way of life, which allows 34 players the opportunity to express themselves at the highest level of human endeavour. Footballers, we stand and salute everything you represent. Fitness, humour, G-ups, mind games, getting really pissed and trying it on at every opportunity. Thank you and good night. See you next time, diggers.